like I'm not like a regular server person.
Yeah, so I wasn't lying. Marissa laughing like it's some joke.
Yeah,
No,
Marissa,
it's
gosh.
an accurate joke. It's funny because it's true.
She's also from Texas, so I guess I cut her some slack.
I've never been to
Okay.
Texas, so I have no comment on the matter.
Poor Texas, man. Texas is always getting shit these days.
I mean,
With their dumbass, who runs their providences? Not prime minister.
Ted Cruz?
No, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, Jason Kenney?
Yeah, he's an idiot, right? If I'm remembering correctly, he's an idiot.
I mean, if you're talking about policy, I'll be honest, I'm not super liberal enough to call him an idiot, but I get where you're coming from.
I mean, yeah, I get. Okay, fair. But basically, a worse version of him.
Worst version of Jason Kenney.
Meanwhile,
All right,
the
whatever.
British guy sits here not knowing what the fuck they're talking about.
Fair. All right, let's just get on to something we know everybody wants to hear about, the actual questions. But before that, give everybody who's listening a quick introduction as to the Halloween podcast. Basically, this is just a little idea I had. So, like, as many of you know, about a year and 2 months ago, we did the fun podcast with Lizzie, and we decided like that was fun, and obviously Halloween's a pretty big event for a lot of people. It's Sunday, it's the podcast day anyway. Let's have a podcast where we just take our listeners' questions from the server and talk about them and stuff. And as a result, here we are.
Bro,
Recording
popcorn in your
day
mouth.
is next Sunday, not this Sunday. So
I didn't say it was a
Bro.
recorded Sunday; it's just a Sunday.
Fam, we're doing like 5 podcasts in a row. Yo, you lot are lucky, fam.
like,
You lot are
Yeah, it's
lucky.
like when you guys are
Bi-weekly.
bored at work or whatever, you can just turn this shit on and listen to it and be entertained. Like, are you not satisfied?
Spidey, have you got like a jet engine in your room trying to start up and it's failing?
I think it's the mic because I put it on mute and it started, so I'll just mute normally.
All right.
Okay, I'm trying to find the
No worries there,
you
man. So, shall we get to the questions, or do we have anything else we would like to bring up first?
Actually, we can do a bit of news first. For those of you
Yeah,
who watch Eden
we have
Zero, the new episodes, part 2, episodes 13 to 25, are coming out on the 24th of November. So it is not far off, which is actually
that's
exciting.
nice. I have that whole week off, so that's gonna be great.
the Thanksgiving break.
Yep, Thanksgiving break.
Oy.
It's on the Wednesday. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So, ooh.
I forgot you lot get like a whole fucking time off for Thanksgiving.
Well, no, it's schools and some jobs. So, yeah, that's nice. Okay. Anyway, what else is there of news? Nothing.
The Gator Nightmares has released in Japan by the looks of it. I've seen some people posting screenshots of the characters that they've gotten and so on. So there should be gameplay out there.
Okay.
Haven't had a chance to look at it myself, but it should be good fun. Hopefully it comes to the West soon.
It won't.
Hey, come on, man. So
Get
need
some
your
peso.
facts here.
Yeah. You could download it because APKs are illegal gray areas. So I could technically tell you this. You could go to QApp,
QApp.
APP, look for Gate of Nightmares and download it there. That is, some piece of advice.
Actually, I think if you just go to the Reddit, I think they've got the link. Well, they did at one point.
I'm stalking the Reddit because I wanted to be a moderator there, but some person.
I'm surprised you didn't already claim it.
No, I don't. Contrary to popular belief, I don't claim everything.
Any other news? I don't think so. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, didn't we just pass 17,000? Now we're in 18,000.
17,000. I don't think we're at 18,000.
Remember?
We're at 17,114.
Oh, 17,100. My bad. Well, the Reddit, the Eden Zero Reddit is at 18,284 members. Good on them. Well, me and the team. Goose. Shout out Goose. He does a lot of work there.
Man like Goose.
Yeah, Kuro started. He's been helping, I think. Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's been helping. But yeah, And for those, I'm pretty sure it was the end of the year. Those complaining that, oh my god, we're gonna update the channels for the Mashima doodle, the mangaka doodles, and the Eden Zero content. Yes, it's updated. Calm down. At the end of the world, if I'm off by like 2 or 3 images, it's okay.
Where else are people gonna get their images from?
Fucking Mashima himself on Twitter for starters. Anyway,
Google.
Google. No, Google's stupid.
Google goes to fucking Pinterest.
Google's the metaverse. Oh wait, no, that's Facebook. My bad.
Fucking Facebook metaverse, bro.
So as you guys could see, we kind of tangent a lot. So we do apologize. I don't apologize. I like my tangents. I do say I'm a lot for some reason. My communications teacher would be severely disappointed. With all that out of the way, should we just we could skip how we did this week because we already did it last
There's no
week.
point. That'll be for next week.
Yeah, that'll be next week. Okay, let's get to the questions.
Alright, we're not gonna read everyone's name out as we ask them because there's quite a lot.
Bitch, do it. No balls, do it.
Surely it'll be no balls not to do it the other way.
I don't know. I don't
And
fucking
if your question
care.
gets skipped, it might be because we saw it and we're like,
No, it's because Dev didn't like it.
it was shit, or we've already answered it.
One or the other.
Most likely the first.
Or both.
So we're gonna go start off with that simple one because everyone thought it was Halloween themed only, which is our fault, I guess, but still. Favorite Halloween movie and why?
There's only one correct answer to this. If you don't get it, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you when I go to England.
Back to what?
I'll be honest, I don't actually really care for Halloween themed movies.
Only one I like is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, that one's alright. I don't watch too many of them. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was enjoyable. Then when I started watching more, I started realizing it was pretty bad.
Are you talking about like the original? Because I didn't know if the original was Halloween themed or not. That's more of just a general slasher film, isn't it?
Yeah, but those are considered Halloween movies because they're.
And I think the remake came out during Halloween.
I didn't see the remake.
No, the remake came out in January.
Oh, I haven't seen the remake. I watched the original.
Yeah, both are trash. Doesn't matter. Sorry. So, the correct answer is Halloween Town. Marissa's too young that. And
ooh, I should remember that film.
Halloween Town, my guy. You guys know you like that shit.
You know, you're right. That's right. I just don't generally like care for DComs that much.
I honestly forgot about it, but you know, you're right. You're right. That is the answer.
That is exactly.
That is the answer.
Even the sequel is not bad.
That's one
sequel
of the rare.
Is pretty good.
The crazy part is it's a made-for-TV movie, and it was actually pretty solid. And the sequel, like you said, wasn't that bad. And then they started doing like some other.
But they made it to a whole thing. Like they made 2 more sequels, but I don't remember the third one. And I did watch the fourth one, but I didn't particularly like that one.
It was like a reboot fourth one, I think, if I remember.
No, it was a continuation. They just changed the actress.
Was it the one when she was in the university?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was awful. Yeah, no. I agree with you that it was awful when you said that. But yeah, the first 2 Halloween Towns, check them out. Disney didn't air them this year, apparently, which is a shame.
Blasphemy. This is how you know Disney's going downhill.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, do they need to with Disney Plus available? You can watch them whenever you want.
Look,
it's
Disney.
Not there, though.
Disney.
It's not there though.
Disney sponsor us. We'll change our opinion.
But the actual movie is on Disney Plus.
Is it not? I mean, I don't have Disney Plus anymore, obviously, but I thought it was there.
You know, it has got though. It's got Recess, fam. One of the best cartoons, but Recess.
I mean, I like Recess. Tangent. Go to the next question.
Have you ever seen the live action Recess?
There's a live action Recess?
Yeah, it's called Community.
No, I'm
good. It's basically y'all Google it. Why people think like?
No, I have seen Community. I never thought of it like that before. I obviously disagree, but fair enough.
Okay, yeah, tangents everywhere.
All right, sir. Or what is your favorite all-time Halloween candy?
I'm gonna go with Sour Patch Kids.
So, is there actually candy that only comes out during Halloween in the US? Is that a thing?
Not that I know of.
See, because
No,
we've got like in the UK, we've got a
I was just gonna
handful
think,
of
what candy
chocolates.
do I like getting most on Halloween? But I don't know about any specific brands that only like. I obviously like Hershey's releases like
Yeah,
specific like
special
limited time
kind. Yeah.
things, but like they're just the same as their normal ones. They're just Halloween themed or shaped or whatever.
See, because in the UK around Christmas time, we get these things called snow bites. They only come out during Christmas, and they're fucking great. Even though they're just chocolate inside like a shell with a bit of powder on it. Just nothing different, but they taste good. So I wasn't sure because I know Halloween's big there. Halloween, it's a thing here, but like it's not like a massive celebration. You either do it or you don't. There's like no in between. And most of the time, people don't care for it here. So I don't know what you lot decide on your favorite candy is for Halloween.
I'm just gonna stick with my last answer, Sour Patch Kids.
he would be one of those Sour Patch Kids.
I don't think we even fucking have that here.
I
Where's
like
the sour
Skittles.
Skittles? Taste the rainbow.
Oh, we do.
Mm, it can't be chocolate, right? Because it specifically said candy.
Whatever. We don't really use the word candy, so I assume so. Yeah. Don't see why not.
Okay,
No,
Hershey, the almond Hershey's, those are good. Great bomb.
such an old person answer.
I was
Fuck
literally about to say that.
you.
That is an old man answer.
Fuck
That's
you
an old
guys.
man answer.
Either that or the yellow M&Ms, you motherfuckers.
I like the
Why is
crispy
it specifically
M&Ms.
yellow?
Because they have, look, you could clip this. They have
Wait,
nuts
what
in
do you?
them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The peanut ones is what he's
Oh,
on
the
about.
peanut ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marissa thought you meant the yellow, like the specifically yellow colored ones, not
gotta
the yellow
love Texas.
packet.
Gotta love that Texas education.
Isn't Texas education basically Mexican education?
No, because Texans think they're better than Mexico because they got white people. Which is stupid. Wait, why didn't you guys just use the old live chat?
Because I don't know where it
Yeah,
was.
I thought we were gonna do that, and then it disappeared.
You guys are idiots. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's under archived.
Idiot
There it
under.
is. Yeah. Oh well. I kind of made it on a whim. Anyway, because
So
I don't
so
really know.
I mean we're gonna end up deleting live chat, so we should just switch over to AMA live discussion. Yeah,
Okay, you can drag it up. I'll go ask the next question.
fine. You delete the current channel, and I'll change the permissions and all that shit. Ask the next question.
Favorite childhood memory of what you did on Halloween. Also,
Oh, this
having
is
candy that isn't sold anymore.
what?
All the candy I like is still being sold.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
because
if there is any candy that I've
you're like fucking 12. That's why.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
actually. Okay, so coming from South Africa, South Africa's got quite a lot of
I was gonna
um,
say something, but we're live.
different
So.
brands of chocolate. Like the main brand there is Nestle, Cadbury's, and then the rest. Now, Cadbury's, there's a shit ton of different chocolates out there that we don't get in the UK. Now, one of them is called Astros. It's literally just chocolate in a shell again. Um, I can't get that unless I go to South Africa or someone brings it. The other problem is you can't bring too many boxes because if you bring too many boxes, fucking the airport security is like, why are you bringing so many boxes? Because they're technically not allowed to be brought here to be sold. So if you bring a lot, they're assuming that you're going to be selling them. So I can only get like 2 or 3 boxes each time someone comes, and it's quite a tragedy. So I would say that's something that I miss a lot, and that's something that I used to get because in the past it was allowed. So whenever a family came over or we went over, we'd come back with like 36 boxes because you can buy them like from the wholesaler, and it was great. But alas, can't do that anymore. So that was my favorite part. But other than that, we don't really do Halloween here. So
Favorite childhood memory. Okay, so one year, I dressed up as what did I dress up as? I think it was just a generic scary clown, and I had the jester costume and my Converse. Well, they were fake Converse, but I was poor, so fuck you. And my mom dressed up as Michael Myers. I was in middle school at the time. She had that plastic machete slash knife. And we just walked around trick or treating, and when I guess people in high school would walk around, she just chased them, and they'd scream hysterically, run away, and then some of them would drop their candy, and I'd
And
get
you
it.
steal the candy.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Bro.
look, if it works, it works.
Look, man,
Three
if you're a little,
I'm
you're a little
surprised
bitch,
that it works because like it's Halloween. You fucking know it's a person in a costume.
Whoa,
Mm.
whoa, whoa! To be
People are
fair,
stupid like
Here-
that.
can't take the risk.
I
no, here's
mean,
the thing.
think about this. Conversely, how many reports do we have of like actual murders occurring on Halloween?
Quite a lot, to be fair.
Do we? Do we?
Yeah.
You
Do
live
you
in
actually
Canada.
I'm genuinely asking because I actually have never heard of anything that.
But the thing is,
outrageous.
it's not that.
It's a great
it's-
opportunity. I'm not denying it, but like it's the actual outcome.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like if you're a bunch of kids and you're walking around and someone's coming to like scare the shit out of you, right?
Well, he said high school kids.
Yeah, but even high school kids are stupid,
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
and most high school kids who are doing trick or treating are just as stupid.
Yeah.
If
I
you
think
see
they
a
just
bunch of
want
people
candy.
running towards you, you're not going to take the risk. A lot of them are little bitches. You're not going to stand there and be like, yeah, come and do it.
Yeah,
Like,
you
nah,
have to.
you're just going to run.
And my mom, she loves horror movies, so she would like actually mimic the way Michael would walk and the way he would
Yeah.
move, and they'd be fucking traumatized. I was like, oh, thank God I'm with her, because if I didn't know it was her, I'd probably shit myself too. So yeah, that was probably my favorite Halloween, because
You're
that
lucky,
same year.
dude. You're lucky no one carried a gun. You're in fucking America.
Well, no, this was also in the '90s, so
He didn't live in
I mean, I
Texas.
feel like gun culture was a pretty big thing back then. Isn't that when Michael Moore made his whole Bowling for Columbine film?
I don't know. I don't care
No,
for
whatever.
Michael Moore.
I mean, I'm not
Um,
saying you should care for Michael Moore, but I'm saying like it was a thing back then too.
Yeah, and I do agree it was a thing, but where I live, it's not Texas, so people are, oh my guns.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, Marissa probably has like 30 guns.
See, the thing is that you try and do
I
that
respect
here.
that.
You see, you try and do that kind of thing here. Depending on the group you do it to, you'll probably end up in hospital. It's like you remember the clowns that appeared for it, right?
Mhm.
The ones who were like trying to scare people.
Yeah, yeah.
It was happening in America quite a bit, and then eventually the first one came over to the UK, and the dude was standing at the front of a park, right? And he tried to scare a bunch of like 13 to 15-year-olds, and they just stabbed him. he like ran up to them like with like I don't, it was a fake like machete, and they just stabbed him and beat the shit out of him, and then just left.
Nice. Honestly, he
So,
deserved
and
it
then-
though.
I mean, he did deserve it.
And then
Yeah, like,
it just kept trying to happen, but every single time an incident happened, the guy just got the shit beaten out of him. There was this one guy he was standing at the front. So it was in South London, and now South London, just for some of you, South London's typically it's a nicer bit of London, but there is parts of South London that you just don't go near. Now, this dude decided to stand in one of the parks, which is the only entrance from where this guy lived to get to the shop and back, and he was at the shop. So this clown standing, but the guy just got his shopping bag with all his beer and just started beating the shit out of him. Oh my days! And then the dude ended up in hospital with a concussion as well as a broken nose and shit. Each time one appeared, it just didn't go well. And there was one of my ex-girlfriend's university campus, and he was running around with a chainsaw, and someone just drove into him.
What
They
the fuck?
just run him over. Then the police came and they're like, that's not a good thing.
no, the police were like, I'll allow it.
Oh, the police the police just
Honestly.
took the clown dude and then said to the guy who ran him over, said, "Be careful next time with your car, please." And then just
Careful.
left.
They
And then they're
actually-
like,
'cause,
"That was on
that's
purpose."
not a case where you need to be careful. That's a case where you need to hit somebody and hit them fucking hard.
So it was hilarious because every single time it came up, it's just like, no, stop. And the thing is, the police were trying to like deal with it themselves, but the police didn't know what to do. And the police were like, oh, we have to be very careful. They are armed. And meanwhile, the fucking kids in the street are like, come on, me fucking stab you, bro. Dickhead. See, the
They
streets
can
are
at
the
least
police.
claim like self-defense or some shit like that and get off it.
The fucking
There was
police
a-
too scared.
There was I think it was a TikTok that made a valid point. Michael Myers only goes to white neighborhoods when he kills people because he knows if he goes to like minority
hood?
neighborhood, the hood, he gonna get shot. He ain't surviving that.
Exactly.
Well,
You go
actually,
to anywhere that's not like a rich place, you're just gonna get shit beaten out of you because they ain't
I
got
mean,
time for that shit.
I appreciate the joke, but at the same time, it's like it's Michael Myers. Like he's not afraid of bullets. Like Jason's been shot how many times, and
I
he
mean,
still
yeah,
just walks through that shit.
but Michael Myers has never been shot. I
Has
don't
he
think
not been shot?
he's been. They try to stab him and shoot him, but they don't shoot him. Bro, if you go to the hood, you think they're gonna shoot you just once? No, bro, they're gonna unload the clip.
And they're gonna
Which
rob
they
you while they're
should.
doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair
Michael
enough, but still, I think that
And they're taking your
entirely
shoes.
plausible.
in your shoes.
They're gonna take your, no, yeah, no, they're not gonna just wear your shoes. They're gonna tie the laces together and throw them up on the telephone wire.
Yeah, leave it hanging there. We'll come back for them later.
And don't forget that Michael Myers is still technically a human, whereas Jason was literally undead. So
True.
bullets wouldn't necessarily hurt
I
you.
mean, I feel like Michael Myers. I mean, granted, I haven't seen enough Halloween movies to fully determine, but I feel like Michael Myers has to be undead at this point, considering all the shit he's been through. Maybe not in the remake, but yeah.
Well, this is a continuation of the original, so
Well, my understanding is that it's a continuation. It's like a sequel to the original only. It discounts like every other Halloween movie that came out since the sequel, since the
which
original, like the
it
4th,
should,
5th, and 6th, and whatever.
which
Because
it
there were a
should.
lot.
Yeah, as it should, because those are bad.
I mean, not
Um,
disagreeing with that part, but that's just my point. Like through all those others, I feel like there would be enough to justify calling Michael Myers superhuman.
fair. So
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
that
just
was that
go
question.
to the next question, I guess. I think we got that
Marissa,
one.
have you got a favorite childhood? You're still in
Oh
childhood.
shit, she didn't answer. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Still
well,
got a
she-
favorite
well, she's
childhood
still-
memory?
Well, she's still a child, so
Maybe
Yeah,
she has a
well,
younger
Yeah,
Still
mine
got a
child.
aren't
few
that
more years
fun.
to figure that
I
out.
got like 2, I guess, because I only remember like 2 of my Halloweens.
Go for it.
Okay, so one of them was like, okay, it's not that bad. Okay, one of them was when I was little. We were at like a family friend's neighborhood instead of ours, and we were all walking around. And then my cousin was like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna take a picture with this quote decoration." And then the decoration was the person and scared her so much. And
So
yeah,
mean.
it was
Nice.
funny though. It was so funny. And then the other one was like in the neighborhood I used to live in. We were walking around, we got to this house. She handed out candy and like these Jesus CDs. And
Jesus CDs.
yes,
It's Texas.
As now, I want to clarify Jesus as in Jesus Christ.
yes,
Who
Our
else?
Lord
You were getting those for Halloween.
yes.
I would have smashed that CD over the woman's head, bruv.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
You
we
would want
got
to.
it. We
Are you
walked
sure?
out.
That's when you start throwing it back at them. I don't
No,
walk all the way to your
You
house.
just wait for them to go back inside, and then you leave it on their porch.
No, that's when you start throwing it at the house. That's why you carry
No,
toilet
that's
paper so you can
house.
TP the house.
We ran into some friends and started throwing them at them.
At least
You
they
threw the
got good.
CD at your friends.
Yes, because I'm a nice friend.
Ah, okay. So she's a nice friend out here throwing CDs at them.
Right. At least throw them like a good song, not this like shitty gospel music.
But yeah, that's it for me. Nothing exciting.
Okay, so next one is: was there a childhood Halloween movie that traumatized you as a child? If so, which
Yeah.
one was it? It wasn't for
Yeah.
me. So
I
don't know.
don't have a Halloween movie that traumatized me, but I do have like another movie that kind of traumatized me, but it's really fucking weird, and you're gonna laugh at me,
Go
especially
on then.
Spider-Man.
So now you have to say it.
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it. Do it.
It was the original Power Rangers movie.
Oh my god. Oh my
I'm
god.
scared of guys in spandex, fam.
No, not the fucking spandex. It was the fucking villain in the movie,
Nah,
fucking Ivan
spandex.
Ooze.
Ivan Ooze. Yep, Ivan Ooze. You would fucking be afraid of that.
I'm not
Fucking
afraid of it now, but like back then, well, okay, I will say I wasn't the movie. I actually enjoyed the movie, but I had a really fucking creepy dream that Ivan Ooze was like coming after me, and that fucking scared me.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what to do now. I'm gonna start sending you random pictures of Ivan News.
Fine.
Read
I
every
was like
post.
11 at this point, maybe possibly not even that
Bruh.
old. But yeah, whatever.
Everyone DM
Listen, don't even.
King of Uncle Ivan who's pictures.
Also, you're too young to remember this movie, so I forgive you for not getting the reference.
Fucking
You should
Ivan
watch.
Ooze.
You should watch it though, Merce. It's pretty good.
It is a good movie.
Oh yeah, like it's entertaining if you're a fan of the show, obviously. But like if you're not,
She
then you
watches
probably just
anime,
don't care.
bro. She watches anime. She's gonna like it.
She likes
Oh,
My
dude.
Little Pony, so
Oh,
So
that's
like-
true. Yeah, she's already familiar with weird stuff.
exactly.
For me, it's not a Halloween movie, but it's a scary movie, if you will. It was it. That bullshit when he came out of the fucking drain in the
That's
shower
fair.
traumatized the living shit out of me. So much so that every time I'd shower, which is every day, I'd get like a small little plate, like a bowl,
And you would put it over the drain. Bro, I can imagine you going to the kitchen, like getting a bowl, and your mom's like, are you, I told you to shower. I am. Takes the bowl. Why are you taking a fucking bowl? I just like, need the bowl.
I'm not even joking. I would do that. I did that for like a few months because no, fuck that. I wasn't numb to the feeling, but I
Wait,
was
it came out in 2017. Weren't you like
No,
25 years
the
old?
original, the
the
original.
original,
Oh, the original. Yeah. Oh,
sir.
fair
What the
enough.
fuck? Tim Curry, bro.
Fair
Not
enough.
this other.
All right, fair enough. No, I was thinking of the remake, but fair enough. If it was the original, you were a kid. That's understandable, I guess.
Yeah, no, because my mom every day would watch horror movies. She's like, "Oh, let's watch this." I was like, "Do I have to?" Yes, you do. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. So most scary movies didn't like, yeah, whatever. But this fucking clown. First of all, I hate fucking clowns.
I
Second of
think
all,
clowns are the stupidest thing, bro.
no, I just hate them. I don't have a fear of them. I just hate them. It kind of scared me of clowns. I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker turning into a spider? What the fuck? But then I read that it is afraid of turtles, and I'm like, I have turtles hop, bitch, so I'm safe.
I win,
Afraid of
motherfucker.
turtles?
Yeah, he's afraid of turtles because in the world, the dimension it's from, turtles are like the almighty beings or whatever. Yeah, read the book. It's like 10,000 pages. I'm not
That's
gonna
not that many.
I'm not fucking reading the book, but like that's interesting. I did not
I
know
can't
that.
read.
Oh well, yeah, You're right, Texas. My bad.
It's about to get the whole of Texas coming after him after this.
I mean, if they could run, because I know most of them are morbidly obese. But
I
anyway,
mean, that's just America in general, though.
no, I said morbidly, not obese. I said morbidly.
I want to look at the stats, but fair enough.
But yeah, that fucking clown. They come like, look, bro, you're showering, you're vulnerable there because you're naked, and then the fucking drain with the balloon pops up. Nah, I'm not having it. So I put that little thing there. I was like, if you try to, and a couple of times I was like, I'm gonna be a clever motherfucker. So I would put my foot on the bowl as I was showering. I was like, oh, try to come out now, bitch. Try to come out now. But yeah, that was it.
How did the water go down the drain? Did it just
It-
build up?
It waited. Well, I didn't take
You
an
just
hour
lift the bowl and
shower.
then it goes.
I wasn't taking a bath. I was taking a shower. So showers aren't that long, like 15, 20 minutes max.
Spidey definitely was showering a lot quicker than normal because man didn't want to get snapped.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
limit your time in there, and maybe he won't show up.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So yeah. And then I was like, it's a fucking movie. Because I saw the behind the scenes on a horror movie, and they're like, oh, these are all practical effects, and I was like, well, I wasn't for it, but I was like, what the fuck? So this isn't safe bullshit. I thought this was real, and I was like, all right, fuck it, no more bull. And yeah, that's the story of how I stopped being scared of a fucking clown.
Man, he basically grew up.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't. Again, it's not really. It's actually not a film. So in South Africa, we had a TV show. I can't remember the name because I was really young, and it was one of those. It had like 3 episodes, and then that was it. Now, for some context, in South Africa, we had our own pool. And if you have your own pool, you know how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Holy
to
shit!
clean.
I legitimately I thought you said you had your own porn. I was like, what the fuck were you doing growing up?
I mean, I got that too. I'll link you later. So it's a bitch to clean. Now, we had this little robot that you would put into the pool that would basically just be moving around. We called it a creepy crawly because a creepy crawly is basically like a little insect that crawls along the floor. That's what we called it, but it's just a machine that just goes around the pool on the floor and sucks up any dirt and so on. Now, 4-year-old me Didn't listen to my parents when they said don't go to the deep end or don't go off the steps. 4-year-old me thought I was a big man and I just went off the steps and I almost drowned. Luckily, I managed to find the step just in time and I was fine. Now, I went and watched a movie or a series, and I was watching it with my babysitter at the time. And one of the episodes is that this kid got into the swimming pool and they had a creepy crawly and it sucked him up. I was already shit scared of the pool because I almost drowned. But now I'm even more shit scared because I think I'm going to get fucking sucked up by this thing. So now, go on for the next 3 years while we're still in South Africa. Every time my parents, let's go swim. And I'm like, no, I don't want to swim. They're like, why not? And obviously, I don't want to tell them because I'm scared of the creepy crawly. Because even at 4 or 5 years old, man, I had pride. I was like, I don't want to. And I don't want to tell them I almost drowned because then I get an arse whooping for not listening to them. I just don't want to. So for like good 3 years, I was just shitting myself. And I think once we moved to the UK, we'd never pool anymore. It kind of just faded out as I got older. But that traumatized me for a good 3 years. I was always scared I was going to drown and get sucked up into the thing again. And then no one would find me. And I'd just be stuck in the machine.
And that's how he invented time travel.
And that is also partly why I don't swim. I don't know how to swim, so.
See,
It all
there's a
makes sense
joke
now.
there. There's a
I'm
joke
African
there.
as well, so.
There's
You
a
know, we
joke
don't
there,
swim.
but yeah, I can't say it. You could say it.
Africans don't swim, so it's fine.
Next question. Oh, can we? Okay, what is the creative process you guys have for every podcast? So we ping like middle of the week. Yo, podcast this weekend. Yeah, cool. The 5 minutes before we actually start. Okay, so we're talking fairy tale, Eden Zero. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, okay, no, it's not 5 before we start. We're meant to start usually at the same time. We all
No,
get
you
there
mean
late.
like 5 minutes before we are
No, but what
meant
says
to
we get
start.
there
That's
late.
when we talk.
We get there
No,
late,
So
and then we're like,
we're just talking about typing with not
yeah,
necessarily
the
thinking
typing,
about it.
the type.
typing, yeah, the typing draft, the outline we have. So we set up a little outline 5 minutes before we actually supposed to start.
Which very rarely ever changes.
It changed. Yeah, it
Yeah.
very rarely changes realistically. And then it's just a waiting game to see who gets there last.
Which is 9 times out of 10 Spidey.
No, it's
Pretty
not
much,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Maybe 8 times. There's
Fair
been occasions where I'm late, obviously, because I got a
Fair
call
enough.
or I'm warming up my pizza or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
Fucking doing his
but
pizza. Or
it's
he'll leave halfway through and go get his fucking pizza.
it's good though because
not today
we
because I already have some next to me.
we're not usually very late. We're like 5-10 minutes late at most. Sometimes it is a little longer, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna be a little late.
Yeah, only
But
if like something really big happens, but usually it's not like too much of a delay.
yeah, we usually mention it like, yo, I'm gonna be when we say we're gonna be a little late, we already know it's gonna be like 20-30 minutes late. So yeah, that's the creative process. Really.
We try not to like plan it out too much because we feel like it's more fun just to do it. Just
It's
wing
to
it.
Wing
talk,
it.
like
See ya.
generally have the topics in mind and just shoot the breeze as it goes along, and then we end it whenever we are finished talking. I'll take the files, edit the sound together, send it to Spider-Man via Google, and then he will make the video format that gets posted to the YouTube channel.
Yep. And then there's times where I feel creative and I make a new like little image design for the thumbnail or what have you. But yeah, that's literally it. And then I just wait for it to export. Usually takes about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the file size, and then another 15-20 minutes to upload to the tube of you.
See, this is how we know Hunter doesn't actually listen to the podcast because Mario's been part of the main podcast for a good 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
It's true.
She's even got her own little spot on her thumbnail.
Yeah, I had to make it because I felt bad because she was actually a frequent host, and I just was like, nah, fuck it, whatever, bye. So yeah, I made a new one. So Hunter loses his fucking role because he's a lying hoe.
And for those of you wondering what I do in the creative process, it's
He
just
does
Spidey
absolutely
sends me the link and he's like, it should be done in 20 minutes to upload. I'm like, okay,
Oh
and
yes,
then I go
true,
ping it. That's like it.
true.
I do absolutely nothing.
No, see,
Just
Marissa
there.
goes and presses She goes and collects all the links for all the chapters and episodes, and then puts it, and then publishes it for series channel, and that's where
Yeah.
it's part of us where we get to read it. So
Yeah.
everyone
So
has a
there's
little
that.
job. Some bigger than the others.
But it's a team effort after all, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the. Can I send it? Oh, I don't think. Oh, no wonder I fucked up. Oh no,
Happened.
here it is. It's right there. There's the new one. There's the new one.
Man said a few minutes. Man listens to the "Hey guys, how's it going?" Done. Shaking my head. All right, what's next? In your opinion, which TV show is better to watch? I mean, you say
You fucking
which.
posted a picture of Ivan Ooze in the AMA live discussion?
Yeah.
Whatever.
See, he's still traumatized.
I'm not fucking traumatized.
It's something who's not someone who's not traumatized wouldn't say. I mean, it's okay. It's okay that you're still traumatized. We are all here for you. Okay, you
Eat
can
my
talk to us
ass.
about it. It's not real. Okay. He's losing this shit.
Hunter's also lying because he says we waffle too much.
No,
Yeah,
people
you
like
see-
that shit.
You say we waffle too much, right? Yet we've been told multiple times people don't give a shit really about the Fairy Tale and Eden Zero sections, and they just want to hear us talk shit.
Yeah. We should talk
That's why
shit
we
about
talk
him.
more shit. Then we can't talk shit about Hunter. We get taken off of YouTube because it'll just be bullying at that point.
Some people enjoy that.
Yeah, but he'll report it. You little baby.
Report it to who? You control the server.
Now he'll report the YouTube channel in it.
Dude, why are you calling him hype? Why are you calling him hype?
For fuck's sake.
Stop being rude.
Which TV shows better? Okay, you say which, but you didn't really give us options, and I'm pretty sure Spidey asked you.
Yeah, they just said any out of all of them.
There's a few that are quite good. For classics, I guess I'm gonna go back with like Friends, Brooklyn
Okay.
Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine bangs.
But sorry, what was
Top-
the question?
Just make
Like TV shows or cartoons?
Anything.
Well,
A TV show.
TV shows. So this basically, since they didn't really ask a great question, your top 5, or not top 5, your 5 shows that you would watch or recommend to people. I could be your top 5 instead if you want.
That's a little bit too long for me. I'm just gonna recommend one show.
That's fine. Dev?
Does it have to be a classic or can it be like currently
Anything.
running?
It's gonna be anything. I was just saying
Okay.
5 because that was gonna list like 1,000. So
I think we don't need to go that deep, but I'm gonna just say if you're looking for something right now to watch on Netflix, I mean, Netflix can. I don't know if it's. I presume it's in the. Well, yeah, no, it is in the U.S. I know that part. There's a show called Lock and Key. It is based on like a IDW comic book. If anybody is interested, I think it's actually really well made, and I think the plot's pretty interesting. So I definitely suggest checking it out. Season 1 was quite good, and they just released season 2 earlier in October. So if you like shows like magic and actually teen kind of drama that's not too badly done, check it out. It's pretty well acted. Even the special effects are pretty good too. So check it out.
Dev, do you have a list or do you just have the one that you're recommending, or the 2?
Okay, I'll just throw the one. Then, if you haven't seen it, I'll be very surprised. But if you haven't, then you need to go watch it. It's a good old Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show, every episode bangs. Every episode is funny. It's got a nice little story that starts to evolve over time.
It ended, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
It did end. It ended this year.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched the final season yet. I haven't had a chance, but
Fake fan.
yeah, fake fan.
Season 8 came out. It's on Paramount. No, it's on Peacock. No, wait.
Yeah, see,
it's on
we
Peacock.
don't have those. So.
Bro,
You don't?
it's not like you would pay to support the series. You know that. I know that. The
If it's not on
readers-
Netflix, then it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, we only got 7 seasons right now.
7 seasons is that bad? Marissa, any shows? Any cartoons?
The only one I can think of right now is NCIS. I just really like it. I don't know why.
I haven't watched that in ages.
That was a very boomer answer. Not gonna lie to you.
Look,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know too many young people who are into NCIS. I feel like most young people are watching like Criminal Minds and stuff like that.
Bro, I
Criminal
hate
Minds.
Criminal Minds. I hate it.
I know, but like
I don't like it. No, no,
I'm
no.
not
How
saying I'm not
dare
saying
you?
I know it's not your jam,
How?
but like people
Yeah,
would recommend
I
it.
know.
It trends on. It used to trend on Twitter like all the time. People talk about, oh, I love Reed or I love Morgan or whoever, which was very
More
understandable. But yeah,
Reed. How you disrespect Reed like that, Marissa? How you disrespect Reed like that?
Criminal Minds sucks. Okay, I tried to watch it. It sucks. Okay, man.
why does it
How does
suck?
it suck? Why does it suck?
I don't know. I don't like it. It's too
Okay,
serious for me.
You don't like it because it sucks,
it's too
or you
serious
said
for
it
I
sucks
her.
mean
because you don't like
that's
it.
fair. If something, if you think something sucks, then you don't like
lame.
it.
I mean,
Too
I don't know.
serious
That's
for
kind
her.
of lame.
All right, I have 3 shows that are cartoons that I would recommend. No, 2 shows. 3 shows. 3 shows that I would
for it.
recommend if you want cartoons. Gravity Falls, one of the greatest shows,
True.
storylines ever. Second one would be the DuckTales remake that came out in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Both series have ended. They're pretty
DuckTales was banging.
It was banging. It was fucking amazing.
If
That
you ever seen
ending,
DuckTales, don't tell me because I'll ban you. Not allowed. You need to go watch it.
and then a classic is SWAT Cats, but that one didn't really have a story. It was just like regular whatever.
Oh, that reminds me
But
of
it's
Top Cat, fam.
SWAT Cats, SWAT Cats.
Annabelle
With a
reminds
C.
me of Top Cat.
Top Cat was pretty good too. Encourage the Cowardly Dog is another one. Fuck it, honorable mention.
True.
Rest in peace.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say who? To encourage
No,
the
I said
Cowardly Dog.
Who do you say who to?
Somebody in the chat recommended Big Mouth.
If
Yeah,
you're like 12.
if you want
Yeah,
a dick in your
I
mouth,
don't.
sure.
I don't think Big Mouth is that good.
Yeah, that's not. And then for live action shows, obviously the classics: Supernatural, X Files.
Dude, those are so long though.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, when it comes to regular TV shows, they're a lot easier to binge than other shows.
Yeah,
At least for me, anyway.
they are. If I'm being honest, I've binge watched them more. I've been watched more them than other shows that are shorter.
Like Shooter, the series on Netflix was 3 seasons. I finished that in like 4 days. Whereas an anime, I've been watching the same anime for like 2 weeks. The Office is
The
great,
Office,
but The Office is like there's still better stuff than The Office.
yeah, The Office is solid, but I didn't like Michael the first 3 seasons. I found him annoying cunt.
The first season of The Office was rough. Michael was really rough for the first 3 seasons until he actually started. I'm gonna say developing, but more just he started to
They were
get
giving us
more
less doses of
tolerable.
it. We were getting less doses of him at
Yeah, it was more tolerable. And then it kind of which season was it where there was no Michael and we had the other bro?
8,
That
7, 8,
season
and 9, I think.
that was rough. That was eh.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
kind
when
of
we
like
had
yeah. No, you're right. You're
yeah,
right. When we because it's kind of like the X Files when we lost Mulder for season 8. It was like, what the fuck is this? I don't give a fuck about this fucking OG Terminator trying to be human. It's not the actual Terminator, but it's the guy who plays the Terminator in Terminator 2. Not Arnold
Robert
Schwarzenegger.
Patrick.
Yeah,
see if you
I don't
take
give
The
a fuck about him.
Office as specific, if you take The Office as episodic, right? Each episode is always enjoyable and it's always really fun. But when you're watching it in a one long go as a binge, it's a very fun show, but you will hit points where you're like, ugh.
It's time to stop. It's time to
Yeah.
stop.
And then, but The Office fits in the same category as Friends, where you can hit random, get a random episode, and you don't need context because the episode is just funny.
I would also recommend Community just because, like I said, it really is basically Reese's, but live action and for like adults.
Community
The
is good.
It's really good.
That
Some of the
one.
seasons are
I'll see
downers,
it.
but most of them are pretty high. And they kept changing because NBC was it NBC or CBS? I think it was NBC. NBC was so stupid and they tried to fucking destroy it before it even had a chance. That's why it ended up going to Yahoo and then some other shit. It was just bad all around.
Do we have it on our Netflix? Oh, we do. Okay. Add to the list.
Senior Chang was hilarious.
Oh, Senior Chang is always funny in every single. No matter what he does, no matter what
Yeah.
show, anything he does, the dude is hilarious.
Or I'll allow it. or I can't be a Spanish teacher because of my color, because of my skin. That dude was Changnesia. Oh, dude, that guy was great.
Yeah.
The Darkest Timeline, and I kind of liked that there was hints at romance, but there was never any outright romance between the characters. I mean, there is affection, but
But there was like sex on the side, but not like deep romantic connections.
yeah. So it was good. I hated Pierce though. I was kind of glad that
Nobody likes Pierce.
nobody likes Pierce. Actually, Texas likes Pierce, but that's a story for another day.
I
Sorry,
need a
Texas.
Texan to confirm.
Marissa, confirm it. Just say confirm.
Has
Yeah,
Marissa seen the show, or
sure.
did it end before she was born?
Community?
Oh, bro.
You
I
never
think
know.
I think it came out when she was born.
Yeah, it came out when I was 3.
You still haven't watched it?
Damn.
Shocking.
I've never
So
heard of
You've
it
had
until
12
now.
years and you still haven't. Check me out.
so yeah.
Alright, so what's the next after that? We've all done our TV shows. Scariest thing that's happened to you when you are alone?
Looking at my reflection.
Actually, I've got one. Okay,
I've
so
got nothing.
when I was 14, right, I was part of the Army Cadets in the UK. Army Cadets, for those of you who don't know, it's imagine Scouts, but instead of just doing shitty knots and shitty camping, you actually
I
get fire rifles and so
yeah,
on. And
I think we've got those in Canada too. I think
ROTC.
they do in
no,
America.
not CCF. I wasn't a little bitch. I didn't do Combined Cadet Force, right?
It's basically ROTC for Americans.
See, Combined Cadet Force. So okay, so CCF, right? Combined Cadet Force, right, is one of those. It was 14. Was no, I was 4. You fucking idiot. You can't even hear properly. This is why you're headless. So the CCF, it's Combined Cadet. It's all the cadet forces, Air, Navy, and Army all in one. They were the lot that got bullied on camps. Like we would literally go take their beds and put them outside while they were sleeping and shit, and lock their doors. So now we we were away for a weekend. Now the place that we were at was also a training camp for the Gurkhas. So those of you who don't know who the Gurkhas are, they're one of the most scariest, most powerful military force in the world. They're the Nepalese Gurkhas. They're so powerful to the point where their numbers are quite small compared to the UK US Army, but their confirmed kills and to survival rate is insanely high. And there have been many missions of a singular Gurkha taking out almost whole platoons. There was one during World War II. Basically, a dude his job was to go after a general for Germany, and he found the bunker where they were and killed him. However, the guy managed to raise the alarm, so now the rest of the Nazis were going to actually come for him. The dude lined up the hallway. He lined up in a position so that they had to come one by one. And as they came through the door, he would take them and kill the next one. He powered up 35 bodies before they eventually killed him. And when they found him, he was sat in a chair with bullets in him. But to the left of him was heads, and to the right was bodies. This man was just taking lives left and right because he couldn't get out, so he was taking as many people as he could. Solo man. To the Gurkhas or something else, they're you don't fuck with them. So now while we were out on this training, we were told that the Gurkhas and be there as well. Don't talk to them. Blah 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 blah. Now we already knew how scary they were, and also the Gurkhas don't like the British as well as the US, and they hate basically majority of Europe. Now we were out and we were asleep. It must have been about 2 a.m. and we just had a flashbang go off in the middle of our camp. And we had these people. It ended up being the adults of the cadets, but it was these people running around in Gurkha uniforms, swinging and cutting our tents down. Bro, we all shut ourselves. In fact, one guy, we had blank rounds. One guy loaded is going to start firing blank rounds, and we're just like, fam, you know the blank round. I'm running. I was gone. Shit was scary. It was like 2 a.m. as well. Shit was nuts. But that's probably the most scariest thing I've had to deal with.
Fair enough. I have no particular story about being scared. Like there was a moment. I will just say there was a moment I was freaked out a couple of days ago, but that was only because I very nearly got sprayed by a skunk.
I don't have anything either because I'm usually not alone because like my brother will always be there. But one time we came home from school and my mom left the teapot on the whole day. That's nice.
So did the teapot like explode all over the kitchen?
Well, it boiled over a lot, but like the whole house smelled like burnt and not good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Now let's
I'm
just
like,
move on.
yeah. Great, good question. If we had stories, which we don't.
Mm,
Dream Halloween costume.
Ooh. Marissa,
Ooh,
you could
that's
go
a good
first
one.
because we know you wanted to be a My Little Pony pony.
Wouldn't she need a second
uh,
person to be the butt, or she can be the butt and the other person can be the head? I don't know how it works.
I
She
don't.
could pick you. I don't know. Figure it out. Marissa.
I've probably only actually dressed up like 3 times because my mom would get me like those princess things when I was little. And then all the other years, I just wore my kung fu outfit and was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm the kung fu person. Yeah,
Oh,
100%."
you watch
The
Cobra
kung
Kai?
fu person. Wow, they've really gone gender neutral on the fucking Karate Kid. Can't even call it a kid now.
No, right?
That's sad.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't like dressing up.
Okay. Dev, what's your
I don't really have a dream one, but I had one that we did that was really fun. I would love to do again at some point. It's gonna sound stupid, but it actually was pretty fun. Three of us, we dressed up as a shrub, a bush, all right. And we got to the party before anyone else got there. We kind of just sat down like in the hall, in the middle of the hallway where people would enter, and it was quite a big one, enough for us to sit cross-legged. People were walking in. As they opened the door, we're right there, and they were like, "Oh shit, sorry, we didn't mean to. We almost stepped on your shrub." And people were so confused. They thought that our friend was growing a shrub in his fucking house. And
That would be
then
weird because it's a hardwood floor, I presume, right?
it was carpet actually.
Even
But
that's
yeah,
even worse.
yeah.
You can't
But the
grow.
fact that people were like,
It's
"Oh,
worse.
sorry, we didn't mean to," you don't question within other people's houses. You just let it be. And then as more and more people came, we would slowly start moving around the house. And some people clocked on, but they never said anything. And the more drunk people got, the less. If they hadn't already clocked it, they wouldn't have. And they were like, "How many shrubs do you have in the house?" And we're just moving around every now and like every 5 to 10 minutes. And people are now coming and talking to us, and we're talking back to them. So people are really drunk, are listening to us, and just seeing a shrub talk to a person, and a person talk to a shrub, and they're just losing their shit because they're so drunk they can't comprehend what's going on. Eventually, most people ended up figuring out, except for one girl who still couldn't figure out at the end of the day. She was very stupid. At the end of the night, when we packed up because we got too tired to say in the net, we packed it all up. She was like, "Were you in the shrub?" And we're like, "No, no, the shrub's still out there." She went outside to look for it. Fuck, but we just left. So I'd love to do that kind of thing again. We weren't that tall back then. We were like 5'5", 5'6", so it was a lot easier. Being 6 foot now, that'd be a bit harder. Maybe we'll just do trees. I don't know. But it's always fun, especially when you get people that are really drunk.
Good shit. Spidey, you got an answer?
Dream costume. Hmm. I guess Superior Spider-Man, like the actual look of him, with the mechanical arms in the back, the goggles that move, and the claws instead of normal
Oh, that
claws.
one.
Yeah, that one would be pretty great. But that I feel like that's more cosplay than it is costume. But who
I mean, if
cares?
you go out on Halloween, it's a costume, so who cares?
Yeah, that one exactly.
That's a
That
Comic Con. That's a Comic Con level costume as well. That's what you wear to a Comic Con.
yeah, that one or the Mandalorian.
Ooh, that'd be a good one too. For me, I would say the outfit Lelouch wears as Zero in Code Geass.
Ooh.
Most particularly, I don't think it would be possible to get this because in the series it's obviously technological, but like the way that he just like puts the helmet on his head and like the thing fills out the rest of his like upper frame, really fucking like that. But obviously that doesn't exist. But I just really love that outfit and that whole costume design. So I would love to have that. And if I still did like trick or treating and stuff, I would totally go out wearing that costume.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. That would be.
Definitely.
I might look out for that. If I can ever pick up the jacket for cheap, I might actually do that.
Yeah, like get a nice cape. Actually, even the pants are not too bad.
Okay, Marissa, did you answer?
Yeah.
She said something about
That's
Cool.
the first one I heard.
Superstitions. Anyone got any superstitions? I don't think I do.
nothing.
Actually, I do.
Uh,
It's related to gacha. As many of you know, I play a lot of gacha games. If I'm going to be summoning for the new unit, right, and the summon I really want, I won't summon unless I'm on the toilet and I need a shit. That's my ritual. It works every single time. It works every single time. Every time I want someone, if I really want them and there's someone I've been chasing after, I will wait. I won't summon until I need the toilet and I'll go sit. And it can't be just the fact that I'm sitting on the toilet. It's the fact that I need an actual shit. So I'd actually go, sit, and then play and summon. And it always works. Don't ask me why, but it does. And I've recommended it to other people and they've done it and it's worked for them. So I think that's probably the only superstition I actually believe in.
To that dude who stopped listening because he's at work, the fuck do you work at that you have to do it on a Sunday and on Halloween, man? That's fucking
Get them
sad.
to work as well. Get them to listen. I mean, simple.
COVID unit.
Yeah, in fact, just there we go. Just put us on the big screen. Sorted.
Yeah. Like give all the people in the waiting room some entertainment.
exactly.
So why would he give him this? Why would she give him this?
Ooh, shots fired.
That's true. Spidey's here, so I mean, what? So you lot in superstitions? Anything?
Nah.
I know I have some because I'm from Bangladesh, but I can't remember any of them right now.
So she can't talk about them because she talks about them, they don't come true.
Yeah, no, it's because if she talks about them, they're gonna kill her when she goes back.
Yeah, it's all a secret.
Makes sense. I don't think I have any. I mean, I'm religious. Does that count as a superstition?
Religion
that's
has
pretty
quite a
fake
bit of
right there.
superstition in it, but I wouldn't call it necessarily superstition. It's more just
No, I would call it superstitions depending on what it is.
most of them. I'll say
You have to break it down.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know because I know obviously I'm Catholic, but
Do you pray before you do anything
I
like major? Anything that's important?
I not always. Maybe when it's a long trip, I just pray that it'll be a safe travel.
Yeah, I don't know if like general
doggies will
prayer
be
counts
good.
as superstition. I'd say it's more superstitious if it's like don't do certain things on certain days and stuff like that, which I don't know. I'm not Catholic, but like I don't know if Catholicism has those types of specifications.
Yeah, it says it's basically don't eat red meat or some shit. I don't believe on that because that's kind of weird. Friday the
I don't
13th
believe Friday the 13th is a Catholic thing. I
It's a
believe Friday the 13th has only been around for the last 100 years or so, and it's more just general because in certain cultures, Fridays and the number 13 have generally been considered bad luck, and it's within the last 150 years that they combine them into like one super bad thing.
I kind of
They're
have.
like, listen, we're sick.
know.
We're sick of having multiple times. Just make it one time. Put all the bad luck into one day, and we're sorted. Let's go.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
you're right. In
thought
Jewish
of
terms,
one.
Friday the 13th, but like I'm just adding that in like the Egyptians considered 13 to be an unlucky number just because it breaks the evenness of 12 a dozen. Just throwing that out there, like different ones are different for different reasons.
Marissa, you were saying?
Okay, so there's this thing in Bangladesh where if like if your husband dies or like spouse or whatever, you don't watch TV for the next like 3 months. and that's all I could think of.
Why?
That's
I don't know.
what
I
did
think
they
it's
do?
because okay, like in Muslim religion, after your spouse dies, you can like okay, the spouse gets like 3 days to mourn, and then everybody else gets 3 days to mourn. Oh wait, no, 30. No, wait, yeah, 3 months to mourn, but everybody else gets 3 days to mourn. So I think it's connected to that, but I don't know.
What did they ban before TV was invented? Did
The
they ban
radio.
going to the
I don't know.
newspaper office or something?
You can't read the paper.
Listening to the radio? I don't know. That's unique, but whatever.
Mm.
What do you do for those 30 days? Like, damn.
Well, I
Yeah,
was gonna
it's
say
like my
we know
grand-
what
I
you
mean, these days you don't necessarily have to watch TV. You could do something else. You could listen to this podcast.
No, but if you
Well,
think about it,
I think
right?
it counts though. Okay, so but like my grandma, I don't know what she just sits there and does nothing, stares off to space,
Dude, that's an
or
old
plays
person thing.
board games.
Yeah,
That's an old people
I
thing.
don't think old people necessarily need to be engaged as much as young people. I mean, they should be engaged obviously because it helps prevent the onset of dementia, Alzheimer's, and stuff. But yeah,
Birth superstitions. Well, Marissa's the only one that can give birth when she's older, so I don't know.
Hmm?
Do you have any
Uh,
birth superstitions, especially in your
No.
culture?
Not that I know of.
all
she's
right.
just a kid. Leave
Laters.
her alone.
Yeah, next question because it's getting weird.
Yeah.
Do you
Here's
guys
the
believe
next
in
question.
zodiac signs? No.
Nope.
No. If you say yes, you're fucking done.
I like the
Yeah.
concept about them, but I don't believe them, and I think that anyone who takes them seriously is an idiot.
I agree.
Don't. My wife takes them seriously. Don't.
Apart from Spidey's wife, because she would kill me, but she's also a very lovely person. But I love the concept of zodiac signs, and I love the lore behind them. You know how they all came into being. So I love that side of things. I just can't take serious the whole thing about where Gemini, so this will happen and this and this.
There
That's the
is
like.
a really good line in the first episode of The Big Bang Theory where Sheldon talks about astrology for like 10 seconds and completely fucking eviscerates it, commenting on the ridiculousness of arbitrarily defined constellations relative to their position to the sun at the time of your birth somehow having a determinable effect on your personality.
The predictions are a white woman's idea to make profit. I don't know. I don't really know how it started. I just like the actual story behind each of the zodiacs and what they represent.
Well, I mean, a lot of it like originated in different cultures, so not white, but yes, somebody was trying to make money off of shit.
Yeah, I don't believe in them, and
Same.
I'm guessing the way you guys are talking about it, my wife doesn't believe them like that either. She just does believe that she's a Pisces because she feels those traits to describe her. She thinks that I'm not a Pisces, even though technically my sign is Pisces. Uh, but yeah, so I don't think she'd be offended. That was just busting chops. Uh, yeah.
Strangest thing to ever occur in your life.
This server.
Yeah, I just got a message in my DMs one day by some girl that I hadn't talked to for like years, and she was asking me for stuff relating to a server, a Discord that I'd never heard of, and a website that I haven't edited for like months that I just operated the Twitter for. And suddenly she's like, "There's these guys who want to do a podcast with you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." That was pretty strange.
It's true.
A lot of strange things happen in my life. I can't pick one.
Wait, how did she even become a part of the podcast?
I don't know. I just remember she messaged me and was like, "Do you know the podcast?" And I was like, "I haven't read Easy, but I can catch up." And then I caught up.
No. I'm talking about Marissa.
Oh,
I was
we
She
just,
I was invited as a
Who are you
guest.
talking about, Dav?
Michelle.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were still talking about the beginning of the podcast because I opened
No,
up.
that
and-
was me. Like we moved on to Marissa. Now, how did she get into the?
Yeah,
podcast?
because I just remember her
So-
just being there.
What happened was, me and Spider were talking in Mocha. We're like, "Oh yeah, shit, we've got the podcast." Oh, and then I was, "Oh shit, I should probably read the chapter." And then Marissa was like, I think Marissa made a comment. I was like, "Hey Marissa, you want to join us?" And then she's like, I was like, "Cool, we'll see you there." And then Marissa's like, "Oh." Better go read the chapters.
Yeah, I didn't know that part because like I just popped on like 5 minutes before the start of the podcast as I usually do, and there's just some like new person in our own server that we recorded. And I'm like, okay, who's this? All right, fine. At least okay, it's a girl. At least it's not like a total fucking sausage fest anymore.
It was basically just me saying, "Oh yeah, Marissa, gonna do it," and she was like, I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool."
And she's been here for like what? This is your fourth time, I believe.
Almost
so.
a month.
I think it's her
Something like
fourth one.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to say that, but
she can leave at any point, but she won't because she feels like if she leaves, then she's leaving a part of her life.
and like it's
Well,
at the
I
same
was
time. It's
always
like, what else
supposed to
would?
be a guest, and then Dav
Yeah.
just kept asking me every week.
So she's like,
Or
fucking
every
fine.
other week.
I'm a fucking
But here's the
regular.
thing: like at this point, she has nothing else to do, so she may as well just join.
She won't be here next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's her escape. She's actually lying about the reason, but yeah, that's her escape. We're gonna wake up the next day. She's gonna have left the server.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
I can't think of the strangest thing that's ever occurred to me.
Same. Like aside from the joke I mentioned earlier.
I've had my kettle turn on by itself. That was pretty weird. But like,
Nah, fam. Fuck that.
it wasn't like
Fuck
I was like, it turned on by itself, and I was like, this is a weird. And then I made a cup of tea with it. I was like, oh, thanks, Ghost. I guess I didn't have to do it. But like, I can't think of anything too strange. See, there is one, but it's actually a really long story, and I don't feel like telling it. Maybe I'll tell it one day. I've told it in server before. Maybe another day, but it's a long story.
I don't remember many of them. I know that there have had strange occurrences. One of them that I do remember is the door open, and I was like, I just started swearing. I was like, I know no motherfucking ghost is opening my goddamn fucking door when I'm trying to watch the fucking football game because I think my favorite team was playing at the time. And then I closed the door, and then nothing happened. I was like, cool. But yeah, usually when something strange does happen, I just start swearing a storm because, gotta assert my dominance. So, yeah.
As you
All
should.
right, let's move on.
I guess
We're dropping listeners. I think people are getting disinterested.
I'm gonna move on to actual good questions.
Yeah,
Favorite
like
actors.
I'm just gonna
Spider-Man,
say, like,
joke.
if we think the question is not interesting, we don't have to even read it out or repetitive.
What type of genre is your favorite when watching movies? I like comedy.
I'm
Comedy
generally pretty good
or
with most
drama.
types of genres, so yeah.
Yeah, comedy, drama, mystery. That kind of. I
I
like a
can even
mixture of
watch like
that.
a rom-com if it's like a good one.
What type of genre? I guess cartoons.
Oh,
At least
cartoons count as a genre?
I count it as
According to
genre.
Netflix.
Animation.
Alright,
It
yeah,
is.
cartoon than me.
You ever felt like there was some ghost watching you? Nah.
Yeah. Number 4,
After
Dav. How
Oh.
many girlfriends have you had?
What's the cutoff for? Like, how long do I have to have been going out with them for it to be counted as an actual?
Did you term the relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend? How many of those?
How many of
mean,
those?
I mean, when you're a kid, you do that like every other.
Yeah.
fucking
Okay. I'm gonna put
It
the limit
depends on what
myself
kind of kid.
to be
2
3
weeks.
months. Now I'll say
3
3 months.
Okay, that works.
We'll
All right,
put the
let's say
limit
you
at
were
3
also
months.
like 13 or older.
3 months plus. I would put it at about. It's about 6.
God damn.
Bear in mind that my last 3 have been a year and a half plus. My longest is just under 3 years.
God damn.
And Kay, believe it or not, since like the time that I've been dating, I've been with someone for longer than I've been single. Like I've been with people more than I've been single, especially like in the last 9 years.
Good shit.
So I can't really give you advice on how to stay single apart from be yourself.
Just see what that guy would do, and then do the opposite if you want a relationship.
Yeah, just don't be yourself if you want one.
So the next question is: would you spend a night in a horror house? No. Why the fuck would I do that? horror house, haunted house.
Okay,
Why would I
hold on.
Bro, I'm gonna be punching so many things.
Hold on. Let's set a rule here. Now, is it a horror house that's been set up by people to be scary, or is it a haunted house? One of those ones
Yeah,
that
like this is some
have been
fucking
sat in the
Transylvanian
woods.
castle. Like I'm not going in there alone.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna get fucking bitten. If it's not like fucking Dracula up there, it's gonna be like a fucking vampire bat, which is the next worst thing.
See, for me, my thing is horror house basically means like horrible shit happened in that house, and it's like I don't need that energy in my life.
Let's make it a haunted house. So instead of it being a horror house that people set up for an event,
Yeah, no.
it's one of those that are in the middle of the woods that gets found, and they're like, oh yeah, there's like 17 deaths here, and there's 5 ghosts that live here. Each of them kill you every single time you wake up.
No, I'm not going there because I don't want
Nope.
to get fucking brutally horrifically.
See, I don't
murdered.
believe in any of that. But the thing is, it's one of those things. I don't believe any
Shit
of
could
it, right?
happen.
Exactly. But I'm not going to take the chance that it could be real. I don't believe in Santa, but I don't deny that he could exist. Because if you deny that he could exist, fam, you ain't getting presents. So I'm just saying, I ain't taking that risk.
Even if it's like not actually like a murderer living in the haunted house in the woods or something, why would
Someone
you still
could
go
come
to
and
the
do
house?
it anyway.
There could be
Yeah.
like wild animals in that area, or the house is like literally gonna fall apart and collapse on your ass. So
And then also think about it. Right? If you do die, right, everyone's going to read the paper about it, and they're going to laugh because it's idiot goes to stay in horror house, gets crushed by a house falling apart because the house is over 450 years old and hasn't been maintained,
Yeah, no, fam, no.
or dies to skunk bite.
It's
Oh.
it was like
for me,
skunk spray in the mouth or some shit like
Exactly. You'll be a laughing stock, fam.
that. Yeah.
If I was with people, though, if I was with a group of people, I might, but I'd have to be incentivized to have like a reward. I wouldn't just go do it for the sake of it.
A reward.
You give me $1 billion,
and, fucking protection.
You give me $1 billion, you fucking bless me. You got fucking Bible thumper on the side.
I want every religion's version of their priest to come and bless me before I go.
I need a 4-leaf clover, pot of gold.
Yeah, just like cover all your bases.
Look,
I want garlic necklace. I want all of this.
All this
Sprinkle
shit.
some salt around, like this, like form a circle around.
Taking a couple BB guns, real guns, shotguns.
Put some
Give me
MSG
that
around it to
super
protect you
tattoo
from Uncle
tattoo.
Roger.
I'm
That
getting
super
Dwayne Johnson and I'm getting Vin Diesel to come with me. I need the muscle.
You just throw Jason Statham in there and get the international sign.
Exactly, mate.
You give me some of the cartel too, just because they're ruthless.
Give me fucking Popeye. Like my man's got to come along as well.
Are we gonna keep this real, Dav?
Try to tell me Popeye is not real, motherfucker. There's someone out there who eats spinach and eats wedge.
Yeah,
that's not Popeye. A lot of people do that shit. There's a difference between people who do that shit and Popeye, because Popeye is one of a kind.
Yeah, but
a cartoon.
But Popeye was so powerful that he beat up his editor, so therefore he's real.
What?
Who is Popeye?
Bro, you don't know what Popeye is?
Listen, you're not allowed to be part of this podcast no more.
Popeye is a sailor who ate spinach and could beat the shit out of anything.
Yeah.
There was an episode, right, where the editor went to like rub something out because he drew it wrong, and Popeye beat the shit out of the editor. Popeye literally beat the shit out of the editor and was like, "No, this is mine." So this man has broken the fourth wall enough times, right? I'm not. This man's real. Okay.
Oh no, damn! It's the way you fucking phrase that. Like, what does rub something out mean to you?
Oh, like okay, yeah, that's see what I mean. Yeah, okay, erase something. But yeah, he went to erase like I think it was an extra boat he drew or something. And Popeye was like, "No, I can use that." Beat the shit out of the hand and the arm, and then jumped along the boat. And he also he made fucking. Oh yeah, he also made So Zeus tried to throw lightning at him, and then Popeye made lightning drown. Popeye's busted. I wouldn't be surprised if he's real. I'm just saying, it's one of those things. Don't doubt it. You can not believe it, but don't doubt it. I ain't risking it. Where were we?
So basically, you incentivize me a lot. You give me all these good luck charms and these priests who follow me with their spiritual water or whatever the fuck it is, and then maybe I'll stay in there for a bit. Would you guys go to an abandoned warehouse as a group? Again,
same thing.
Incentivize me, Dad. What was your worst rejection?
Okay, that's gonna make me sound fucking like a dickhead, but I can't actually
I-
remember being
I don't get
rejected
re-
because I don't go for someone if I'm not 100% sure it's going to happen. But I can tell you one of the funniest rejections I've ever witnessed. So we were start of high school, year 7, so it's about you're about 13, 14, 12 to 13, I think it is. My friend asked out a girl, and he was like, "Oh, I'll need to think about it." So he said, "Okay, that's fine." Next morning comes and we go into, I think you guys call it homeroom, we call it form room. You will go in, and there's a letter on his chair in an envelope, and he opens it, and he opens it, and he goes, he doesn't read it, he just starts crying, and I'm sitting next to him, and I look over, and I'm like, "Why are you crying, bro?" "Sorry, I don't want to date you. See you more as a friend."
Wait, so the girl wrote a letter to him to reject him?
Yeah, because she didn't want to do it in person.
I feel
I
like
re-
it's more effort to write it though.
No, but she was like too embarrassed to like say it to him.
reject them in public.
Yeah, so she
Well,
did
you
it
never
by
do it in
letter.
public. Even if you're going to reject the person, be nice about it. Take them to like an
No,
abandoned classroom or something.
you reject them in public, so they know not to ask you.
But yeah, so
That's mean.
that's probably the funniest rejection I've ever witnessed, and we still rip him about it to this day. Occasionally, sometimes we'll write him a letter with nothing in it and put it on a chair
How
when we go
long
into the
ago
pub.
was this?
High school.
I was
So, like-
13 at the time, so it was like 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's quite a while.
So when we go to the pub, sometimes we will write a letter with nothing in it. We'll just put it in an envelope, put it on his chair when he arrives at the pub, and he's like, "You fucking dickheads." Well, wait, he's getting married, I think sometime next year. We plan to put it on his seat when we go into the.
I wouldn't do that just because the wife might be like, "Yo,
No, she knows about the story.
oh,
She
okay."
knows all
Do
about
it.
the story. So we're planning to do it on the.
What you should actually do is have her do it instead of you guys.
Oh no, the girl who did it, she moved to. She moved to
No,
Australia.
no. His
He
wife.
meant have the
His
wife. do it.
Oh no, we already planned to put the wife's name. She doesn't know we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So
See, that
the
might be
reception
risky
after.
because you might want to get her in on this.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
actually.
I don't know. It'll be funny.
no.
It'll be
What if-
funny.
It seems risky.
They already know what our friendship group is like. They know it'll happen, and everyone will laugh because they'll be like,
Fair
"Oh."
enough.
So when the reception, when we go for where you all sit and then you do the speeches, that's where we're gonna put it. He's already planning that they arrive last, and everyone's gonna be sitting there. So when it when we go put it, everyone else who knows about the story is gonna be laughing and try and hide it. All the others who don't, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then yeah, it'll be part of our speech as well.
Thought of something that traumatized me when I was a child.
What was that?
Yeah, it's also kind of a superstition that I'm also kind of still scared about.
Let's hear it. Go for it.
Okay, so I don't know if it's Bengali superstition or a Muslim superstition, but there's things called jinn. And there's this house
I think
in
it's more like
Bangladesh.
an Arabian thing in general, and it just kind of spread because Islam spread.
Yeah, because my cousin, they lived in Qatar, so I'm guessing that's where they got it from or something. Okay, so there's this house in Potokali, which is a village in Bangladesh. It's so like big and like it it was so scary. I don't know why. It was so big. It was like you could feel something in there. And my older cousin would tell me and my brother and our younger cousin and was like, "Hey, you know there's jinn in here. They're gonna come for you while you're asleep. They're gonna do all these things to you." We were so scared.
They're gonna do things to you. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're gonna scare you. They're gonna drop your stuff. They're gonna move stuff and lock you in your rooms. We were so scared, bro. And there was this another like family friend in Bangladesh. They lived next to a cemetery, and that place you could feel the evil energy there. It was so. Even when I go there, I still don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
That's fair enough. I can, yeah.
Yeah, fair.
We
Can't
got back
speak it.
like we got back to the to US, and me and my brother had to like sleep with the light on.
Okay, so wait, what question were you answering?
She was
The
revisiting
traumatized
an old
one.
question. Yeah, she was revisiting an old question.
Traumatized.
How easily do you get scared on a scale of 1 to 10?
Not very easily at all.
Solid 4.
There has to be like a real thing to it. So
That's be a
like
threat.
yeah,
an
like
actual-
this, like I would say like the skunk thing would be an example of like me getting scared, but like, that's an actual threat because like A, it was right there, and B, that's gonna fuck me up pretty bad if I actually got sprayed. So yeah, stuff like that. So, but that's not too common.
I'd say 3 to 5, depending on how fast I assess the situation. Maybe less, because I do try to analyze rather quickly. And if I can't explain it, my ass is dipping. Bye. See ya.
Yeah. For me, it's quite. I'm probably about the same 2 to 5. It also depends though if there's an actual threat to my life. If there's a big threat, if there's a threat to my life, fam, you best believe I'm gone. I'm a 10. I'm a 12. I was gone yesterday, bro. But if there's no threat to my life, it kind of becomes a situation where like, am I gonna be fucked up for a while after this? If not, if yes, should probably leave. But generally, I don't get scared. I don't really get nervous either about stuff unless it's something that's quite serious that might affect the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, a major exam or something. Even though I don't have any more exams, but like that might be an example. But not really. Do you prefer shaved or not shaved? Depends.
I get what they're
Are
talking
we,
about.
are we talking about are we talking about myself or another person? Because you're gonna get different answers depending
Yes.
on, you know.
Yes.
Look, just shaved all around. Let's just say
Just
that.
keep it clean. Greatest failure.
This server. I'm just
Nice.
kidding.
This server, not even NNT. Fucking hell, bro. If we're your
I was-
greatest failure, what the fuck is NNT?
Damn.
Jesus.
Why do you think I abandoned it, bro? I went for milk. I went for milk.
You're right
and
the
never
fuck
came.
here. What do you mean you abandoned it?
No,
Talking
the
about
other server.
And
Oh,
then
I
I
don't know
show
what
up
that
like
was.
I show up like once a month. He's like, "Yeah, I'm still here." Sadly, constantly roasting it.
I can't think
No,
of a greatest failure, to be honest.
Oh, mine was stopping in a track meet.
Ooh.
So,
Like
okay,
one.
I was doing hurdles in 7th grade, and like I fell twice the first day, but like I still got up. But then the next day, I like developed a fear of them, and so I was like, okay, nah, I'm gonna keep stopping in front of them, so I'm not gonna try out. You know what the coach did? She put me in anyways. And then I was like, hey, I don't know about this one. And my brother was like, oh, she believes in you. That's why she put you in. My brother does hurdles, by the way. And I was like, yeah, I know, but it's not going to go well. And then he's like, you'll be fine. And then I stopped at the first hurdle. And like, I stopped at so many hurdles. It was so bad. Some of them, so bad.
well, that was a fucking lie. That's what you thought.
Yeah. No. And the coach pulled me aside and was like, don't do that again. If you don't stop, just run over. And I'm like, okay, if you run over a hurdle, that's like a 2-second penalty. So
all you gotta do is be fast as fuck, boy. Fast as fuck.
well, it doesn't matter if you're getting 2 seconds added for there's 8 hurdles, I think, or 10, something like that.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not about that, you know?
I don't know what my greatest failure was.
I mean, I failed some tests in school, but in retrospect, I really don't give a shit about it. So I don't even consider it to be that significant enough to call it a great failure. So whatever.
I'm pretty sure we could all answer this question. Have you seen a scary godmother? Probably not. I don't know what the fuck.
I
that
have.
is.
I was actually
Yeah,
thinking
I've seen
about
The
them
what?
yesterday. The Scary Godmother
Godmother,
movies. They're like
yeah.
these really old CGI films.
I
Interestingly
don't
enough, the
know what
Scary
that is.
Godmother in the movie is actually not like scary at all. She's actually very nice. That was just
Oh,
like the
for
irony of that.
the
So,
OG Cartoon Network movies, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know who made them, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, then yes. Marissa, you're
Yeah.
too young for that, so don't even bother answering. We know.
Yeah,
We know.
I know I was joking about Community, but these might have actually been made before Marissa was born.
I'm pretty sure these were like 2002 or 3.
Yeah, something
What
like
is-
that. But I remember them being like good movies for like kids on Halloween.
Here's a spicy question. What's your most
Oh, no.
controversial?
Oh yeah.
opinion?
Let's
Oh, no.
so
Oh, yeah.
quick context. Before the previous podcast, we got this question, and Spider-Man apparently said something, but I wasn't online when he said that. Only Dev and Marissa heard it, so I am
Hold
very in the
on. We
dark.
gotta ping some people. We gotta ping some people.
Go
Just
for it.
letting you
Okay, you
know.
know what? I'm gonna
I'm
just
not
ping the podcast
involved.
listeners because I think they're gonna want to hear it.
No, they don't. Trust me, they don't. Trust me, they don't.
Nah. Trust.
Trust me, they don't.
I don't think I can ping them.
Just do it.
Well, I'm gonna
Well, I'm not
ping
gonna.
Danny at least.
Well, I'm not actually gonna say it.
Oh, come
So-
on, man.
What do you mean? Come on, man. What do you mean?
It'll be funny.
I will reword it in a way where it's not crazy. Okay. So, Dev, do you have any controversial opinions?
Controversial in the server, yeah. Fairy tale shit. I mean, what?
That's sad that
Um,
that's controversial because it's accurate.
I don't. I don't really have any controversial opinions, mainly because I'm not the type of person to really think of or get involved in those kind of. Actually, I have got one, but it's not really one I really care to get into as a debate. I'll bring it up, but I won't. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm quite against the. I'm fine. So it's religion. I don't really care about religion in any way, shape, or form. I don't think I don't think religion is something that does more good than bad. And I'm not blaming religion itself for it. It's more the people within religion. But unfortunately, it all becomes an umbrella term. And I feel like the world would probably be in a better state if religion slowly died out. But at the same time, religion does a lot of good for a lot of people in the world, and it gives a lot of people hope as well as a lot of guidance. So I can see why it's a good thing and why it's a thing. I just personally don't care for religion in the slightest. So I think that'll probably be my controversial opinion, but it's not really one I care to discuss.
Fair enough. Marissa, you got anything?
Really?
Sure, why not?
All right, Spidey.
Well, you don't have any.
I was building up to
No.
Spider-Man.
I don't think about these things.
I don't either.
Bullshit. You think about that as much as I do.
Oh, that's not true. Actually, King, what is your controversial opinion?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have a lot.
Yeah, I
Probably
know
not a
you do.
surprise.
So
I'm just
share
gonna
them.
give. I don't know that this is my most controversial, but this is what I was thinking of most recently. I actually think this can be controversial depending on who you're talking to. I think eugenics gets a bad rap. I actually think we should be considering it more strongly. Not to the extent, obviously, of allowing and disallowing certain humans to breed necessarily, but more in the variety of genetic editing and stuff like that.
I agree with
All right, Hitler.
the idea of eugenics, but I also, at the same time, don't
I
like the
understand
idea
it's
of
very, very
picking
risky
and
and
choosing.
dangerous, but I think it's also
Yeah.
potentially very beneficial, and we're just too scared of it because of, like, I know Spider-Man's joke, but, like, yeah, because of Hitler, we're too scared to even talk about it, but we should be more ready to talk about it.
Damn, you're losing your voice trying to talk about it, bro. That's fine.
Yeah, sorry, I need water.
All right, Spidey, let's hear about your.
Look, fam, I have a 5-phase plan to make America great again. First phase would be to relocate certain individuals from certain locations. Second would be to sell some states.
Stop dancing around the point and say who you're talking about.
I'm not gonna be saying it because I don't want FBI or any other bullshit on me. If you know, you know. Some of you know. Okay. I will say this. My plan is very ambitious and very it'd be a very drastic change from what. Actually, it wouldn't, because it basically happened already. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. I yeah, I got scared to say it because I was telling my wife, and she's like, "You're a little fucking too wild right now. You gotta relax." So yeah, I'll tell you off air, but I'm not gonna say it on air. All you need to know is there's a 5-phase plan. You're relocating and removing certain things from
Some
certain
of you may
states.
not survive.
I did not say that. That was Dav. Okay. I would reform the country. I would remove all form of fake news and misinformation. Yeah, you could basically see it as a tyranny, but it's not really a tyranny. Um, and then I would not invade, but work with the neighbors to the north and the neighbors to the south to form a super country.
Bitch, leave us alone. We don't want you.
So yeah, that's like the PG version of what I was originally thinking. Because yeah,
What I'm doing while you're talking is I'm going down the questions and I'm giving a reaction of ones that we'll answer that are worth talking about.
okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just quickly hash out some of the questions that are specifically addressed to me because those are next. For the guy who asked how old I am, I'm 29. Uh, for Dav and someone asked me, do I like raisins with ketchup? What the fuck kind of question is that?
It's a meme, but do you?
I've literally never considered the concept
That's
of
a that's
putting
a
raisins in ketchup.
that's a
It's
yes.
Tolly.
King, turquoise or teal for my bedroom?
I don't. Who is Deggies? What's their personality?
I don't fucking know. They like Naruto apparently.
What's this?
Is it
He's the user asked King of Uncurled quote turquoise or teal
his
for my bedroom.
his about me says niggas be wildin'. So
I don't fucking know, man. Whatever works best with the rest of your house.
teal. It's always teal. The answer is always teal.
Yeah, whatever.
What is your least favorite sock color? Obviously, it's white because they get dirty really fast.
Yeah, exactly. Good. That's the only right
Yep.
answer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wear boxers,
Black
briefs,
socks
or
are great.
Yeah,
That's
black
obviously
socks are
boxers.
perfect.
Boxers
Sorry, what
is
was
the answer.
Spidey?
Boxers, briefs, or thongs? I'm not gonna answer that. That's obviously boxers.
Well, boxers or boxer briefs, which are the shorts that are just made of
Yeah.
like a brief material, which are actually a lot more comfortable.
What do you call the popular product? Okay, Eric, you're a fucking idiot.
Well,
What
I
do you
think this is
what,
a question because in the UK they call them like crisps, right? And in North
Yeah.
America we call them chips. But
What's the question? What do you call popular product Lay's sales? Oh, crisps.
well, yeah, because like
Yeah.
Dad would call them crisps because he's he's in the
no,
UK and from
no. Eric's a fucking idiot because I'm pretty sure he knows this answer.
Oh, he does.
Oh.
He's just trying to meme.
Oh, whatever.
What do you do differently from other people? Run this stupid server.
I run the Twitter for Fairytale Wiki and I'm not always active, but like it's something no one else does.
Dav runs NNT. God bless him.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Marissa's just there, dealing with school.
I do a lot of different things.
I think the one thing I'll say that I do differently from people is I've quite a. I get told it's a very lucky trait to have. I'm very difficult to actually stress out properly. I can't remember last time I was properly stressed. I have a very, very nonchalant, relaxed attitude to life overall. Even when stuff is going wrong in my life, if I can't
Same.
control it, I'm kind of just like, I'm gonna go watch TV and wait for this to blow over because I can't do anything about it. If I can control it, I'll do the best I can to control it. But a lot of people, when they're not in control of the situation or they can't control it, they start to freak out a lot more. I'm not gonna be opposite. If I can't control it, I'm not gonna bother trying. I'm just gonna whatever. And a lot of people ask me how I live like that because I don't know why. I just can. I don't know how to teach it to you. Stop asking.
You just gotta relax.
Yeah.
It's simple. Really.
Go with
If,
the
if you're
flow.
not gonna die because of
Yeah.
it, then cool.
Or alternatively, have a near-death experience like myself with the heart attack, and then just
And
realize.
learn how to take everything in a more chill fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. To the
Okay,
guy who
but
asked me why did I give myself my
yeah,
username, I just thought it was
cool.
unironically interesting.
He thought it was cool. That's why. Locke says, "I'm not answering your woodchuck question. Google it." Can
Doesn't
you
chuck
describe?
nearly as much wood as your mom did last night, bro.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be rude. Fuck
I
it.
don't know this guy, so like it's fine.
You, can you describe your relationship with your family? Who
Um,
wants to go first?
I would well I live like pretty alone and quite far. I'm just gonna say my family and I are respectful to one another.
Cool. Dev?
My brother and I are very close. My sisters and I, so not my stepsisters, my sisters. My sisters and I, we're not. I'm. So my sisters between each other, they either love each other or they hate each other. I'm the one who is just there, who's always. They can always talk to me. They know not to because I don't care about their fucking little bickering that happens. But I'm just the one who everyone in the family knows that I'm fine with whatever's going on. So my relationship with everyone is quite good, except for my one stepsister, who's an absolute bitch. Who's also very scared of me and will not talk to me because she knows I will just absolutely tear her apart. But other than that, everyone else, pretty good relationship.
Dev. You would tear her apart.
Not in that way, you fucking listen. I know you're from Alabama, right? Okay.
No, I'm not that. I'm not that, bro. You're the one saying tear her apart.
Okay, just because you like the way of the Alabama lifestyle, okay, doesn't mean others do too. Shake my head.
Well, I don't think
Well,
this would qualify as Alabama lifestyle because you're not blood related.
It's basically the same thing still.
it's
Not
really
really.
not.
This is more
Nah.
just like generic
If
adult.
you would bang your stepsister, you're fucking weird.
I mean,
Something
yeah,
wrong with
but
you.
still not blood.
This ain't a porn show where it's like, what are you doing,
I mean,
bro?
Wait,
No, no,
be blood related if it's a stepsister. I guess it
no.
depends on the
Stepsisters aren't
relationship.
blood related, no, but still, it's
I
still
mean,
fucking weird.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it would be a half sister who's blood related. A stepsister would be like
Yes.
adopted or married into or something. Yeah,
Okay.
fair enough.
My relationship with my family, love my mom, love my brothers. My dad's there. Basically, my relationship with my father is the same relationship. What I could compare it to. Lox's has with his dad. So there's that.
I mean, Lexus beat the shit out of his dad, so
It's very similar. So yes, like I said,
fair
Lox's.
enough.
Um,
What happened to all the
Mm,
women in that family? Just sorry, just tangent, but like Makarov's wife is dead. Ivan's wife never showed up.
We don't question.
Ivan's wife probably left him because he was
It was a
a bitch.
asshat.
Didn't she die during birth?
No,
That was
that
Makarov's mom.
was Makarov's
Oh,
mom. Like I was Yuri's wife, and that was way during the flashback. But yeah,
All right, that's
uh,
key.
my relationship with my family. Uh, I I don't know.
you don't have to answer if you don't feel like it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just basically my mom on the outside, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
What is your most controversial political opinion?
No, we've already
Yeah.
answered that, and
Okay.
it's not.
Well,
We
no,
didn't mark it with an emoji, so we can skip that one, and we can go to Epic Matt's question. Have you ever broken the law? If you have, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it? I've never really broken the law. The worst thing I've ever done is like jaywalk. And here's the thing: I was jaywalking in India, where the roads are really fucking bad. I don't know how
Oh,
the
that's not even
situation is.
jaywalking. That's not even.
See, you would call it jaywalking in America. I would call it crossing the street.
That's
Yeah,
what we call it
because
here in the UK as
nobody
well.
pays attention.
Yeah, that too. But it's like also like the dividers between roads and sidewalks depends where you are. Obviously, certain cities are better than others, but the dividers just are often not great. So it's tough.
yeah, I don't break the law.
I've trespassed, but that's like like we'd throw a ball over the fence and grab it.
Okay,
I
I'm
was
gonna answer this
thinking,
question because
I was
it's
thinking
really
I was
quick.
young.
You would. Oh, you're. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I was drinking
I
when
feel
I
like
was 14, so there's
I feel
that.
like everybody does that. I feel like I was the only one who didn't do that.
I'm not.
I was doing it in the park, if that makes it any worse. So, like, it was easy to get caught. We just didn't get caught.
Nice. So I'm gonna answer this question because it's relatively fast. Spidey, what is your favorite Spider-Man movie villain to date? The answer is obviously uh, the Lizard in Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, yeah. So that's the answer to that. Why was the election rigged? So Trump didn't. Okay, shut the fuck up, Tally. Shut the fuck up. Dad, what tips do you have for staying single? Just
Just
be
be
yourself
yourself.
and look at your
Mhm.
reflection. Spooty, why name yourself Spider-Man? I've already mentioned this several times and you ask me anything. So Google it or search it through the function. What worries you the most about your future? I will answer this first. Dying young because of my heart. That's what worries me the most. Dav, King, Marissa.
I don't really have much of a worry. I think it's more. I think maybe losing my dad, just because he's the person I see every single day because I work with him, and he's also the one, probably the most reliable person I've ever had in my life. I think I would be fine, and I'd get over it. Not in a bad way, but I'd get over it fairly quickly, and I'll be able to just get on with life. But I do not like the thought of living it without him. So I think that's probably the only thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
King.
Um, I don't know, probably finding romance. It's just not a part of my life that I've had much success with, despite my attempts. And I wouldn't say that I've always tried, because I said last week I haven't always tried, but like when I've tried lately, it if it works, it doesn't work for very long, which is by no fault. Well, I will say this, like it's not through the fault of myself or even the other party, because it's generally gone well. It's been a good time, but not a long time, and not in like the dirty sex way, but like something usually just happens that ends it, and it makes me feel not great about myself because I'm already, like I said earlier, like I'm 29. Like if I wanna, I don't. Well, okay, I will say that I don't know if I want to like have a whole full on family, but I do feel like I want to find like the one person for me. But it's like if I need a couple of years to figure out whether that's them, like I really only have one good year left if you joke about it. It's like you need a couple of years to know if this is the right person and check your compatibility. If it's not, you break up and then you find someone else. Like before you know it, like I don't want to be single at 40 because like I've met people who are single at 40 and they're nice people, but they're also really fucking sad to be around.
Damn. She got deep.
I mean, I don't think it's that deep, but yeah.
Marissa, you answered?
Not yet. My worry is living up to expectations because I'm basically supposed to be in my dad's footsteps, and like they're really big.
Mm,
So yeah,
yeah, that
that's
always
about it
sucks.
for me.
Yeah, it's awful. Um, Dev, in your opinion, what went wrong in your attempts to new find? I guess that. Oh no, you didn't have that reaction. My bad, Dev. On a scale of 1 to 10, how terrified are you? How terrified are you about the current state of our planet, climate change?
I'm gonna
I think
Honestly,
die.
can we just collectively say that we're worried and move on to the next question, just because
I'm.
like it could get
That's
pretty deep.
yes. That's the simple answer to your question. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
very worried, but it should obviously improve. And
yeah,
if you follow my 5-step phases, it will succeed. But
cool.
we haven't done that yet. When did you last dress up for Halloween? This year I dressed up as Stitch. Favorite non-anime television series, X Files. Favorite Spider-Man for each of you, Andrew Garfield. What is your hot take regarding Marshall Morris? His fandom should just shut the fuck up and stay quiet for the rest of their lives. What one country would you like to most live in? Mexico. There you go.
Yeah, we'll do these quickly. What did I last dress up for Halloween as, and when? So I will do it this year, just for like a little thing with my friends, really quick. It was actually Obito from Naruto. I have like the authentic Akatsuki costume imported from Japan, and I have the mask and everything. Um, favorite non-anime television series, I will probably just say Lucifer. Still, despite the ending not being great, I still like Lucifer as a show, and still strongly recommend it to people. Favorite Spider-Man. I'm gonna say this is the live action ones, and yeah, I'm just gonna say it's Andrew Garfield. My hot take regarding Mishima's works: Rave Master is the best one. Fairy Tale is objectively badly written, and people who are fans of it don't want to admit that. I haven't read enough of Eden Zero to have an opinion on that, so no comment there. And what country would you most like to live in if there were no bears? I'm quite happy living in Canada, so I don't really want to live anywhere else. But if I could take a vacation, all expenses paid for, I would choose Australia. That's my answers.
Marissa.
Last year, still wore my kung fu outfit.
Respect.
Non-anime TV show, NCIS. Favorite Spider-Man, I'm gonna say Andrew Garfield because I don't know the difference between any of them.
You don't have to answer if you haven't seen the movies. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Hot takes, Eden Zero is better than Fairy Tale for sure.
That's not a hot take.
Country, yeah, I know, but I don't have one.
What's the question?
hmm?
What's
What
the question?
country? What's one country you would like to live in if there were no barriers? Do so.
Yeah,
Why?
that's our last question.
Canada.
Marissa.
Yeah,
Good choice.
Canada seems nice.
It's pretty
All right,
nice up
Dev.
here.
Do you want to answer these questions?
Which ones are they? The bunch.
What did you last dress up as Halloween?
Nah, I wore a
Nothing.
horse mask. There we go.
Nice. Favorite non-anime TV show?
Probably Arrow. I really enjoyed Arrow.
Nice. It's a good show. Favorite Spider-Man?
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Good answer. What's your hot take regarding Mushroom Works? You can't say Phantom shut the fuck up because I already said that. So
I'm not too
Sorcerer.
sure really. I think
It's not too
yeah,
sure.
I don't know. Probably the whole power of friendship thing, but it didn't bother me in Fairy Tale that much. So I don't know. I'm not too critical.
Here's a hot take: Sorcerer Weekly shit this bad. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. People, calm down. Calm fucking down. Obviously, Dead. We haven't met each other. We're like the United Nations everywhere. Get it together. Can you guys also answer the questions about being asked to Dev, which were too far back, so too late. Spuddy, what made you decide to become the king of the weebs? Power, not money, clearly. Power,
I mean, you use the power to get money down the line.
potentially. Who's more of a weeb? I would say Dav is the biggest.
Dab.
I think it's
Dav.
me now. Yeah.
I would say it's like Dav overall because not only does Dav watch a good amount of anime, I don't know if Dav watches the most anime out of us, but he also like expands it with games and other stuff like that.
This is the first season in probably a year or two where I'm not watching a fuck ton of stuff for the seasonal. Last season I watched about 15 shows. Season before was about 18. This season I'm only watching about 3 things, but that's mainly because there's not much that really interests me. And the stuff that does interest me, some of it is anime original, and I'm kind of always skeptical of it. I want to wait for it. Apart from Tacto P, I'm just going along with it. But
I'll be honest, a lot of anime adaptations I've seen lately have not been very good.
Good.
yeah, there's been quite a
World
few that's
and
been pretty
Harem.
Yeah.
World and Harem just ruined the characters. I'm so pissed.
Um,
Yeah, so it'd be because the last anime I saw was My Hero and Goblin Slayer. So
in like the general Toronto, Canada kind of area, and we had some really good times. I met some other people. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, but it was a good time.
nice. Dev, blessing or curse?
for me personally, it was actually quite a blessing. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was a curse on family business because it kind of fucked us over, and we're still feeling the brunt of it, trying to recover. But apart from that, it was quite a blessing for me. I managed to start watching a lot of stuff, cleared a lot of my watch list, read list, and all of that, and also my games list. So it was really fun, and I like the idea of just basically not doing anything. I was broke as shit throughout it, but I'm very good at budgeting, so
Uh, it was a blessing for me because I didn't have to do anything, but like I also learned some of my dad's business during it. It was a curse because of online school. Didn't learn anything. I didn't learn anything.
Yeah, I was kind of glad that I graduated like the year before COVID started, because honestly, like if I had to do online university classes, like I would have just suspended like my program. Like I would not pay for online fucking classes. Like how's that beneficial for me when I want to go to class and meet people and stuff? Just personally.
Yeah, but like the
And like I'm talking
lockdown one,
university too.
yeah. It was just the last term of 8th grade for me, and then 9th grade we had a choice, and like they were just posting assignments. We weren't learning anything, so like it wasn't actual classes. It was just doing work.
Part of the benefit of classes too is like being in, I mean, granted, I don't know how your classroom is set up, but for me, when I was in like 8th grade and 9th grade, we had our classroom tables like set up such that we could see most other people in the room, and we could like talk across the room with the teacher there and have really creative discussions. And I just don't feel
Yeah,
like the online environment is really conducive to that.
it didn't. Like last year, half the students were online, and then the other half, me included, were in person, and just did not. It was
Dude,
not a
holy
fun time.
shit. Oh, sorry. Continue. My bad. I thought my mic was on mute. My bad.
What happened?
ID?
Uh, uh,
Do you have
yeah.
any points to add, Spidey Man?
I just saw some spoilers that pretty lit. For me, it was okay. So for me, I don't know what it was. Could have been both because I had the heart attack in January, got a job in February, COVID started in March, I lost my job in July, and then I didn't
Yeah,
get another job
March.
till August this year. So I guess it was both a blessing and a curse. Blessing because yeah, I got to stay home and not worry about my health because I do get scared relatively easily when it comes to that, especially if there's like any regular heartbeat or if I'm having chest pain. For obvious reasons, of course. It's not just oh he's a little bitch, but it was also a blessing because I did get an employment and I did help the way it was set up. So I wasn't too backed up and then a curse because my wife had to, pay a lot of the stuff because she was the only one working. So luckily we made it through though. So yeah, a little bit of both. And then why is Andrew Garfield not the Spider Man? Because he's not Spider Man anymore. That's why that they're dumbass. Uh, who is
For a
better,
mushy
Rebecca?
moment. So personally, like I haven't read enough of Eden Zero to make a decision about Rebecca, though from the couple of things I've seen, she seems alright. I do like Lucy, but I think it's the main female protagonist in Raidmaster is Ellie, and I like her more than Lucy. Though again, I do like Lucy, so I think Mishima's quite capable of if she's better right now.
I prefer Rebecca, personally, but I think Lucy is a better character overall, especially where she is now in the story. Rebecca, I feel like had a bit of a stronger start than Lucy, and I think if Rebecca keeps going the path she is going, she might end up a better character than Lucy. But at the moment, for me, Lucy is the better character. I just prefer Rebecca overall because I've liked Rebecca from the start. Lucy I didn't really like until she started getting better. So for now, for me, it's Rebecca.
Okay. Better
My
look at
answer.
what. Oh, go ahead, Marissa. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I got another call, so I wasn't sure if I was going through. It's uh,
So what was your answer?
it's more of his.
What was your answer, Rebecca or Lucy?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Okay. Better look at is Lucy. Better written, Rebecca. Simple as that. Do we want to speed through Pluto's questions?
Okay, we did childhood memory already. What's the most dangerous
Yeah.
animal on the planet in your opinion?
It's There's a little frog that could instantly kill anybody in the jungle. Look it up.
Yeah, I feel like the most dangerous animals would not be like a big ass thing like a lion or something. It would be like the tiny little things that like prick you once in the toenail and it's like you die because their whole body like gets
There's a
poisoned.
there's a frog in, I think, the Amazons that could take down a gator if it touches it because it's got so much poison on its skin that it just insta death.
Yeah, it's
This
Uh,
isn't an animal. This is a plant. There is one plant which, if you touch it, it gives you you're in such immense pain that it gives you the inevitable feel of death, and a lot of people actually end up committing suicide just to get rid of the pain. And there's no cure for it. I don't think the actual thing can kill you, but you're in so much pain that you feel like death is better. That shit's fucking weird, bro. And that's in
yeah.
Australia. This is why you never go to Australia.
this man went to
On the topic of
vacation.
Australia and pain, though, there's another animal called the stonefish. Basically, it's like you you don't even have to like hit it hard. You just like touch it, or like not even like the space between a touch and a prick. That space, it's like basically it's like getting your finger beaten with a sledgehammer. It's so bad, and it's from what I've heard, yeah, similar that people like have committed suicide over the pain and it like a
Yeah.
decade down the line a former victim is still like healing from the pain. It is whack.
So here's the name of the animal. The golden poison frog is considered one of the most toxic animals on the earth. A single specimen measuring 2 inches, that's basically the size of a quarter, has enough venom to kill 10 grown men. So yeah,
Jesus.
you want don't fuck with that's
Marissa,
crazy.
anything with
Yeah.
you?
I haven't looked at animals in like forever.
Okay. Next one. Do you ever see anything in the server that offends you that doesn't seem like it would be offensive, but you never say anything about it? Not to sound rude, but there isn't really anyone in the server that I value enough to properly offend me. So if there's something I see that I don't like, as long as it's not breaking the rules, I don't really care. I just move on.
Yeah, basically.
I need to go for a quick couple minutes, but I'll just speed through the questions really quickly. I don't have enough experience in the server to observe anything offensive. This guy couldn't think of questions for me, so I'm just gonna answer. I haven't. What's the stupidest thing I've done as a child or adult? Child, don't remember. Adult. I don't know. Probably just saying something stupid at the wrong moment. And actually, yeah, the rest of the questions are for Dav, and I don't understand his fifth question. That if you could make a manga a cliche character trope for protagonist, which would that doesn't. Maybe he meant it differently, but he worded it poorly. And I will be back in 5 minutes.
No worries. Dad.
You
Okay,
guys want to think about which? Yeah.
let me just answer the question. Let me and Marissa answer the question. Then you could answer your questions. Marissa, is there anything in the server that offends you besides you being
No.
from Texas? Got it.
I don't care.
No, yeah, there's usually nothing. If it's I only get I don't get offended. I do get annoyed. So if you annoy me, I'll probably just delete your message. So you shut the fuck up and move on. And yeah, Def, you could go ahead and answer.
If I could have changed one thing, I would like to have a little sister, but other than that, I wouldn't change a single thing. Most important lesson you've learned in life: don't take life too seriously. There's a time and place when you need to be serious. The rest of the time, enjoy it because you're not here forever, and at the same time, nothing is guaranteed. So might as well just do what you want to do that is going to bring you enjoyment, as long as you're not putting other people's lives into disarray. No, you can't get free mod or ownership. Manga. I think what they're saying is, if you can create a character with a cliche trope, what would it be? Make them overpowered. Overpowered characters are fun to watch.
Boring after a while, though, right?
Depends on the series. Like One Punch Man, Saitama's never gonna get boring. Shit's funny. Gilgamesh, he has a lot of downfalls to him. He's extremely overpowered, but dude's arrogant as shit, which is why he loses. But it's not like overpowered is very fun to watch, as long as it's not. If it's gonna be someone who never ever loses completely, like Saitama, it's got to be in that setting where that One Punch Man is in. It couldn't be in a serious show.
What about Malgakwan? That guy's overpowered. Doesn't
See,
lose ever.
Mark, I view that as the magical version of One Punch Man because the dude can never lose and he never struggles, and this is he just jokes around and he stares at you and you lose, and the motherfucker can create magic out of nothing. So that's how I kind of view that show.
Fair.
It doesn't take itself serious enough, which is why it's enjoyable.
All right. Yeah, you're not wrong. Dav, why is your name Dav?
So the short story is it's a combination. Davjack is a combination between my parents' names because I needed a PSN login when I was like 12, 13 for COD. And the condition was that they used their email address and had access to it to make sure I wasn't doing stupid shit. And Davjack has just stuck ever since then. So that's why.
I mean,
It's actually meant to be Dave Jack, but Davjack's just what it's called on. So
too late, bro. It's Dav.
I don't mind.
We already answered other. Yeah, can I speak? We already answered Matt's other questions. Buddy, how does it feel to be the best mod?
I'm amazing. It feels great.
Well, yeah, it's also Make a Wish. Here's a question. I don't know if you've answered this, Mari. Why do you like My Little Pony?
I think it's just nostalgia that's carrying me now. But like the show actually also grew with the audience. Like they stopped doing like how like it's always like, oh, power of friendship and stuff. They started being like self-aware, and it was kind of funny.
Okay. I think there was another question that followed that. Oh, great. I gotta scroll all the way freaking down.
Assuming you're the youngest people in the podcast, how does it feel to be more epic? In all seriousness, no, do you get nervous being a mod on a huge server and being the youngest mod?
No, I literally don't care. I'm used to being the youngest because like you know how like all your parents' college friends always hang out. Yeah, all their kids are older than me. I grew up with an older brother. I don't care.
And then the
I
next one
don't.
is. Oh, go continue. Sorry.
I don't think I have a need to be nervous because people already think I'm older than I really am. So that's their fault. But like, I don't care.
To be fair, both me and you were very nervous when we were interviewing Sean, dump truck ass Chipluck.
Okay, yeah, but that was different.
Yeah, I got scolded by him, and then you were nervous. Yeah, that was a good time though. Oh, what's the next question? Okay, that's.
I'm sorry, I just got back. Why did Sean Shiplock scold you?
Because I was talking about a certain twist in a certain show, and he's like, "Why are you spoiling the twist?" So he scolded me, and I was like, "I'm sorry." And then he disrespected Andrew Garfield, so I felt bad.
Ooh, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. What do you think should change his? That's a loaded question. Everything.
Ooh, I don't think we should answer that.
Yeah. What do you want
I
to be
can
when
give
you
a
grow
really
up?
short answer though, if you want.
No, it's
Okay.
too loaded. It's too loaded. It's too loaded. Least favorite character in Fairy Tale.
Fucking
the one that you
Happy.
like. Fucking
Yeah, I don't remember.
Dev. Why is it you, Juvia? Why is it Juvia?
Whoa, let's calm the fuck down. Let's calm the fuck. Juvia is the reason I kept watching that shit. Probably want to say Mest. I do like his powers, but I don't like the character, and not just because he's a pedo. That factors
Honestly,
into
I hate a tangent, but I don't like that whole pedo revelation that they did for him. Like at first, it was just a meme because he was teaming with Wendy, but like it's not a serious thing.
And then it just got worse.
Well, yeah, because like then there was that little imagined spot Urza had in the Sun Village where she was a kid, and Jalal was like, "Sorry, not interested in children," and he walks away. But like Mest is like peeking out around the corner, be like, "Oh." It's like, okay, but like fine, like that's a joke because that's Urza's imagination. But then like on the fucking Caracol Island, he's actually fucking like looking at these kids, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, but see, if it was in Urza's imagination, why would she have that imagination? She already knew that motherfucker was.
No, she was memeing.
Sure she was.
Even if she was or wasn't, either way, like that whole revelation of him being a pedo was. I feel like that was just I don't
think
feel like, I don't
probably
feel like that was a
intended it as
Mashima
a
thing.
joke, but like it was just not cool.
I don't know if I don't think that was a Mashima thing. I think that was an editorial thing.
What?
Yeah,
I don't think that was like Mashima's main plan with it. I think that was an editorial like persuasion.
Like you think the editors wanted him to be confirmed as a pedophile?
I just can't imagine an author putting that into a story like Fairy
Well,
Tail.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he put it in there as like to actually confirm him being a pedophile. I think he just did it as like a joke. Like it just got taken in such a bad way because of all the context surrounding it, especially these days.
yeah. Least favorite character, I don't know. Ivan. What do you want to be when you grow up? I guess Marissa, you're the only one who could actually answer this. So
Because
knock
she's the
yourself
only one
out.
who's not grown up.
Thanks.
I'm
Well,
sorry. Go on.
honestly, I don't know. One day I do want to open a bakery, but I don't think that's going to happen in the near future.
Hey, you don't know
But
that.
Hey,
yeah,
my
I
mom's a
know.
good baker, so
Well, no, like I guess the current path that's been set for me is to like take over my dad's business. So like after that, I'll do the things I want.
I know that
just,
feeling.
just sell the business
Yeah.
once he's gone. Once he gives it over to you, just sell it. Be
But,
like,
like
I'm
that's
over.
my dad's pride and joy. So like I'm
Oh,
not about to do that.
well, he fucked up by giving it to you. Just sell it. Make a profit. Simple. Quick math. Sorry, it's not a quick question. Oh, Sue Spidey, POV, all current mods step down. Took him long enough. You are the only one left to take care of it all, and in the current moment where where nitro scams are everywhere, you hold an emergency mod. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be holding mod applications if my mods left. I've told them before, once they're gone, I'm probably gonna stick to just me and maybe one other mod. I mean, maybe Araby stays, and then just work through Panther Lily.
And
Yeah.
also, if we're being completely honest, across both Entity and Fairy Tail, there isn't really anyone new that's appeared in the last few months that we can say with confidence. Yeah, they could probably be one.
Yeah.
The Discord Nitro scans can be very difficult to filter out. I've been playing around in Entity trying to find a way to do it. It is very difficult to work around it. It is possible it will just take an extremely fucking a lot of stuff, but it also take away probably perms to do with linking, which would affect even just regular users. So it is possible. It's just we don't do it because as a mod team we are active enough. We're not like other shitty servers where the mods don't do anything. We're active
Actually,
enough to get to it within a few seconds.
I think I could figure it out how to stop those links if I actually worked on it. I think I have a plan. But yeah, basically, I've already told these mods that if they step down, I wish them the best. I hope they're still active. And yeah, when are we getting more mods? I mean, I'd welcome them back if they wanted to come back, but I wouldn't get more mods. I just deal with it.
If any of you could have a full set of manga for one series, which series would you choose?
Which was that?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That was Cruel Sun
Yeah.
GFOC.
I would actually
Marissa, you read
love.
the Yu-Gi-Oh manga?
I want to.
It's pretty
Oh,
good. I've read some of
I
it.
have read some of it. I haven't finished it, but it is quite nice. Very unique.
Is Dark Magician
Mm.
Girl still dope?
Yeah,
She's still
Hot.
hot?
yeah, she is.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
100%.
She was also she was also, if I remember correctly, meant to be tanned, like how Dark Magician is.
I don't.
I was
No,
reading a
Dark
post about that.
Magician.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I could spoil some stuff, but like, I won't.
All right.
So, where's this at Yu-Gi-Oh! Death?
I would actually. So I don't think there's a full set of manga I'd like to own, but one series that I would like to own and I've recently picked or recently watched was Bunny Girl Senpai. I don't read light
My
novels, but I would like to actually own the novels for it because I feel like if I had the physicals, I would probably want to read it more.
My man. I got
Looking into buying it, it's not that expensive actually, but it's still quite cost heavy, especially because there's what a good 8 or 9 novels out so far or something like that, and
I
not
think
all
it's
of them
10
are in
now.
English. Yeah, not all of them are English yet. But that is one I do actually want to slowly start collecting. I plan to in the new year to order the first one,
man.
alongside a couple of other stuff.
Nice. Good shit. Bunny Girl Senpai, that's a must-watch anime. King, what's your answer?
It's not a manga. Can I say light novel?
Sure.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I've never actually read Bunny Girl, so I don't know. But I would say the Bakemonogatari series. I'm very curious about it. I've seen a couple seasons of the anime, and I really want to know more. But the wiki isn't always up to date. Where like
Fucking wiki.
it's tough. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. I mean, to be fair, I never had any interaction with that wiki while I was editing Fairy Tail Wiki, so I don't know who the mods are there, but who the admins are there. But yeah, but I think the series is really fascinating. I loved the first season for the most part, and even the second season is not too bad. So I would really love to read the light novels and get a deeper understanding of all the material that inspired the anime, and obviously catch up to it or finish it or whatever, because I actually don't even know the status of the series, whether it's finished or not, because there always
Fair.
I
seems to
think
be
it
something
is.
new coming out, and it's tough to keep track because it's also mildly anachronic in order.
Yeah. Mine's a sword right now. I'm just fucking with you. Mine's would be Goblin Slayer because it has both a manga and an light novel. And secondly would be, like Dav said, Bunny Girl Senpai. And lastly, my teen romantic comedy is not what it seems, snafu or whatever. Oregairu snafu. I don't know the full name. Sorry. What is your favorite villain in all of entertainment, basically?
Dude, what the fuck?
I actually really love Joker overall. I think Joker's probably my favorite just because of the fact that
He reminds you of Hype.
okay, not now you've ruined him. No, it's actually I just love the whole dynamic he has because the dude, yeah, he wants to be a troll, but at the same time, his entire existence is just to piss off Batman and just to get Batman to kill him because if he kills him, Joker wins. Like,
He breaks his one rule.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that. I just love that whole. Yes, if his aim is never to take over the world or take over Goth. That's not his aim. He's just there to fuck with Batman. He's just trying to fuck around, and I find it hilarious.
Nice. Marissa, who's your favorite villain in My Little Pony? So that's probably the only thing you've seen.
Or if you want to just limit to a specific genre, like manga or TV or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was considered a villain. Well, he's not actually my favorite, but I can't think of anybody. Well, I guess he was kind of like an anti-hero. There's a guy in Yona. He's the fire tribe person who was in love with Yona,
Oh
but
yeah,
he's
her
now a good guy.
isn't he her cousin or something?
No, that's Suwon, the fire tribe guy, the, who was literally obsessed with Yona.
I must be thinking of a different part of the anime. It's been a few years since I watched that anime, and I haven't read the manga.
But yeah, him. I don't remember his name. It started with a T, I think.
Tramp. Got it. King?
I'm just gonna stick to anime and manga. I really liked. Well, he obviously wasn't as much of a villain by the end of the series, but I really liked Scar in Full Metal Alchemist. I always
Scar
thought
was great.
I thought you were saying Scar and Lion King.
Well, he's not bad, but I actually do prefer Scar in Full Metal
I wouldn't
Alchemist.
say Scar was ever a villain though. He was an antagonist, but I wouldn't say he was a villain.
Well, I mean, I think in the early parts you could say he was a villain, but he slowly transitioned away from that as you got to know him better and understand parts
Actually, yeah,
of
that's
his
fair.
motivation. He realizes that revenge is not just, it may be satisfying in the moment, but it's very poisonous down the road. But yeah, and yes, I always thought that he had a really interesting backstory. He was I think the first person in the series to actually beat Edward in a fight, straight up. And yeah, I thought he had a really good thing down the line. And I thought he had a really good ending too. He's gonna work with Major Miles to kind of rebuild their society, and he's not gonna be and obviously he fought the Führer at the end and acknowledges like it was tough, but he did the right thing, and no, I just generally thought he was a great character like that.
Okay.
Got a
For
better
me,
one. Sorry,
who
you
do
can
you have?
go.
No,
Then I'll say. No,
no,
I'll go
go ahead.
after.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
Eggman.
Oh,
Who?
from Sonic?
Yeah.
That's a good answer, actually. Eggman is
Wait,
great.
like the Jim Carrey version or a different version?
All.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
For me, it would be the Dark Archer, aka Malcolm Merlin in Arrow.
Mm.
I just like the way he constantly saw himself as a hero, even though he was doing these villainous things, and you
Yeah.
could just see his perspective. So that was pretty solid. What's the most immature thing you still do today? Wank it. I'm kidding.
I pick out vegetables I don't like. Like most of them, I'll eat if I've got meat, I'll eat it with the vegetables.
I'm
But
sorry,
if it's
what
one I
question
really
is
don't
this?
like, immature thing you still do to this day.
Oh,
Like Brussels sprouts, get the fuck away from me. Those will sit on the corner of my plate for the rest of his lives.
Versa.
I think the most immature thing is like I can't handle like serious situations. Like I don't know what to say in those. Oh yeah, I can't talk. Like I have zero social skills.
That's just an introvert.
Yeah. I don't
Uh,
know.
King.
I don't know if this is necessarily childish, but what you got to learn this better as a child. But like my posture is really bad, so like I'm
If you
always just, like,
slouch, you're immature.
I
That's
guess
such a
I don't know.
that's such a boomer answer, bro. I'm not gonna lie to
I mean,
you.
look,
Nah,
I
but if
legitimately
you do
don't
slouch,
know.
you're immature, bro. Sit up like a real man.
Yeah,
Sit up like an
whatever.
adult, bro. Don't be an idiot. Fix yourself.
No, that's
Eat my
fair,
ass.
but like
Like I don't know.
you want them to eat your ass. Is that what you're saying?
What the
It's just my
fuck?
general response when someone tells me
How
I'm
did we
being
get to
a
that?
child or something to that effect.
And that guy, that man is telling you his ass. I mean, what you do in your spare time?
Well, I mean, like he's his mouth. He's clearly full of shit. So just get more shit. I don't know. He's
Fuck's
spewing it
sake.
already.
If
Anyway,
you could, if
yeah,
you
just
could
the
act or
slouching thing.
okay, I guess I throw tantrums every now and then. I say I guess because I know I do.
He does.
Yeah, especially when the mods don't do jack shit. Um, Marissa and Dev just stay quiet. If you could act or direct in a movie or TV show, what would you choose? Dev,
I don't care to do those.
Marissa,
Act or
act.
direct in a movie or TV show.
No.
Nah, okay, King.
What?
If you could act or direct in a movie or TV show.
Actor directed it. Well, I certainly don't want to direct because I feel like it would just be more of a challenge than it's necessarily worth. If I could act, I don't necessarily feel like I want to be an actor. I just think I'm a very private person for the most part, so it doesn't seem like something that would be fitting for me. But I wouldn't mind like having small roles in TV shows that I like. So if I could have like had a small role in like Lucifer, you know, on the side doing tech work or something, I would have been happy with that.
An extra.
Not
Yeah,
an extra. I would want like a couple of lines. I wouldn't want to be like voiceless, but yeah, I don't want to be like the person who gets credited in the opening parts of the episode. Just like put my put my name in the end credits, and we're good.
I would direct a Spider-Man movie and direct it right. Last question from Cruel, I guess. If you had limitless money to buy one item, what would it be?
Game related stuff. Because over the time, games just
It's
get more and
one
more
item.
expensive.
One item, sir. Not fucking everything. One item.
If I had limited to buy one item, if you bought it once and you bought it already, no need to buy it again. What's an example of something you have to keep rebuying? If you have to keep rebuying, you're buying a shit version.
So the correct answer is I would buy the world. Simple. Then I
Well,
run
you
it out.
bought it, you've already bought it.
No,
Like,
if
what's the
you
point of having limitless money then?
well, you have limitless money to buy whatever you want. Because he's basically saying we're poor as fuck. So that we don't have the money to buy what we want.
I don't
It's fair.
interpret it that way.
Okay,
But
that's fair. All right. What else? Favorite childhood game? That's
Sly
a good
Cooper or Pokemon Emerald, one of those two.
King.
Childhood game. I think my first system that I owned myself was a Game Boy Advance, so I'm gonna say Digimon Battle Spirit. It was like one of those fighting games, like where it's like you get one opponent on one stage, and then you level up like to like different opponents on different stages, and then you fight the final boss. I always just found it really interesting. There was like a lot of unlockable characters, certain side missions you had to do in terms of like win it in this fashion and you unlock this character or you unlock this banner or whatever. I just always found it a really fascinating game. It was like my go-to game whenever I was like in the back of the car or whatever.
Okay. Mine was the original Spider-Man game in the PS1, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memory.
God, that was such a good game.
Such a bang. Dude, Hunter asked a fucking 1,000 questions. Jesus Christ.
Favorite Spider-Man, favorite suit.
Okay, I guess I'll just speed through these. What was your favorite? What was the first Spider-Man related movie or comic cartoon you saw? Okay, so I saw the original 1990s, the 90s Spider-Man show, the cartoon show. Favorite suit is obviously Superior Spider-Man suit. Get it together. Favorite, least favorite movie, Into the Spider-Verse, and least favorite movie would be Venom 2. Where
Well,
did
he
you
said
find?
not Spidey related.
Oh, that's okay. My favorite movie of all time is probably Wall-E. My least favorite movie of all time that I've seen is I don't watch a lot of shitty movies, so I guess I'll say Silent Hill because that's the last shitty movie I remember watching. Where did you find King of the Cool? King of the Cool. I found him in Build-A-Bear Workshop. No, I'm just kidding.
And also, technically, you find me. It was Michelle who already knew me.
Yeah.
We
So
didn't find him because we haven't seen him yet. He's just here.
where
Well,
did
no, you
you
can
and
find people online. That's just how that works.
where did you and Goose arm wrestle Anime Expo? When we fighting? When you stop being a little bitch? 7. If you had to describe each of your servers with one word, Fairy Tale would be heaven, Seven Deadly Sins would be hell, everything else would be in between. Who's your favorite out of the other host, Marissa? Because she's the nicest.
Yay.
That's a
She's
pretty
also
legitimate answer.
you can bring back any mod from the past and make them mod again. None. They don't want to be mods.
But
They wanna
there
be
is an admin he would bring back.
exactly hands down. But that guy is living life, so never forget Aju Aju. Never forget. Okay. So those, I guess, those were for me or for everyone.
They were originally for you, and he's like, you discuss and ask them. I'm not answering.
I think number 10 is for everybody, but the first 1 to 9 are Spider-Man.
But it's to copy and paste anything or redo this guy.
It can't be
Um,
asked. Got it.
Well, I would say that we can do some helpful shit there, like copy a house and then paste it onto like unoccupied land and just build more
Why
sustainable
would
housing that way, and also
money?
copy trees and then paste trees around so you help global warming.
I mean, we could technically already do that, but we don't. So
But no, he
Copy
means like magically do it. I assume
money.
is that what he meant? So yeah.
Money.
yeah, just copy paste money. Which if you had the most beatings from your
Well, I don't think copy pasting
children.
money would work because the
Huh?
money would have the same serial number, and then they would be classified as counterfeits, and you'd be arrested.
You'd have to be
Not
caught
if it's not if it's coins.
True, not if it's coins, but then you'd need a lot more coins because coins don't have huge denominations.
Just
like
copy
dollar
paste the
bills.
numbers on your bank account. Boom.
Checkmate.
Now, oh, look at all these zeros
I mean,
added.
then it's
Now
only
I've got a
yours
million.
though.
Well, yeah, that's still. I mean, why the fuck am I looking out for other people? I'm looking out for myself.
I mean, just be a little bit altruistic.
No, altruism doesn't exist.
Which of you
I,
got
don't,
the most
I agree that it
beating?
doesn't exist, but that's because no one's doing it.
Which of you had the most beating from your bitch? I don't have kids. The fuck
From
you
your
mean?
parents.
Oh.
Probably me or Spidey.
Surprisingly, I didn't get beat by my. So early on, I got the gaming consoles removed, and the only time I did get beat it was when I told my science teacher I'm done with this because we had to dissect an eye, and I was playing cards, and she's like, "Why are you playing cards?" I was like, "I'm done. This is easy as shit." So I started playing, and she asked me, and I was like, "Okay," and I still started playing. I got this shit beat out. But other than that, I really didn't get beat.
Wait, your teacher beat shit out of you?
No, my parents beat.
Oh.
They spanked me. got the good old fashioned belt and just beat my ass.
Fair enough. Like I was about to say,
With
like
the hanger.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
with your teachers, like, man, people like, have you seen the videos these days? Like, the teacher hits someone and the student hits back, and then there's like a fucking brawl in the classroom. It's pretty whack.
I started off getting beatings. I got beatings all the way through till I was like 16, 17. I mean, eventually it got to a point where they didn't affect me, but I didn't let my parents know that. I let them have the satisfaction to believe that it did. But
So
from about 14 onwards, it became a case that they just took away my consoles, my phone, and everything like that. Where I wasn't allowed to go outside to go to my sports and so on. So they started taking away stuff that actually mattered to me because a beating, yeah.
fair.
But I
What is
did
the
get a
first?
lot of beatings as a kid.
What is the first manga you read?
The first book I actually read was Bleach in the school library. However, my school library had random volumes. I remember it had volume 3 and then like 8 and then 9. Like it was random. And I would pick it up and I'll try to read it. And then I would get confused because I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's the who and who and whatever. So that's the first one I actually read or tried to read it. The first one I actually read in full was NNT, unfortunately. Um, Followed by Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was the first anime I ever got into, along with Pokemon. But the first manga I read was NNT in full.
And King and Marissa, I think we should try to wrap these up really quick because I don't know how much longer we could record for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be quick with that. Well, I had actually seen the anime first, but I think the first manga, like I properly read, like I'd flip chapters here and there, but I think the first manga I properly read start to finish was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Marissa,
All anime or all the mangas I'm reading are like still continuing, and I think it was 100 Year Quest and Eden Zero for me.
all right. For me, it was Fairy Tail. Is One Piece too long? Yes, it's too long and too boring and too pointless.
One Piece is a
Uh,
fantastic series, but it is too long.
Fairy tale criticism. We've covered those in a podcast before. What we
yeah.
did was no gacha or gambling and what. I mean, I just do something else. I just do that stuff because I enjoy it.
If you get a phobia of Spider-Man, will you ever look into them? Yes.
And to the guy with the Asian lettering name or girl with the Asian lettering name who asked, "Aren't you from the light novel? I was so uncool that the goddess reincarnated me as the king of uncool." No, but I really wish I was, because that would be way nicer than what's currently going on, and I could have my own harem or something.
X Men or the
X-Men or
Avengers? I
X-Men?
prefer X Men.
Are we doing all of Erza's ones?
We'll speed through it
No.
real quick.
In terms of like comics, it depends. For X Men or Avengers, like X Men have some good stuff, but I generally like Avengers characters more.
All right.
Okay, I'll say the
Fuck.
question. If someone doesn't answer, we say yes, and then they answer it. If they don't, we
How
just move
about, how
on.
about we just answer? So you ask the question, we all answer,
Okay,
and
what
then
anime resonates the most with you? I don't have an answer.
Don't know.
It depends for the reasons. In terms of like entertainment, like probably Gurren Lagann, but in terms of like emotion, probably like Clan After Story.
Actually,
Okay.
my answer would be My Love Story.
Best filler episode. That's Goku and Piccolo learning to drive.
I don't know.
I actually enjoyed I don't know, I haven't thought about this one deeply, but I actually enjoyed the fairy tale filler episode where Lucy accidentally turns invisible.
Oh, that one was good. So yeah, which
Uh,
character had the best glow up character development for the answer is obviously Wendy. Even if you're not a
Yeah.
fan of Wendy, she had the
yeah.
best glow up.
Yeah, Wendy's up there 100%.
Most underrated in Fairy Tale.
Happy,
Oh,
Panther
Happy's
Lily.
ass.
just to piss off
Panther
kid.
Lily.
Panther Lily is underrated.
Okay,
People don't
yeah,
talk
that's
about him enough, but he's the best Exceed by far.
Best villain so far in Eden Zero and why?
Ziggy.
No
Ziggy's
answer.
the only answer because the others are just generic and the same.
I like Jack and Joe, but yeah, I agree.
Which is one thing you like about the server and its members, the infrastructure. What is the con of being a moderator? I'm pretty sure I could answer for both Marissa and Dav, where it's like when they give their opinion, people bitch about it, but like, why are you giving your opinion? You're a mod, you're supposed to be robotic and not give opinions. And yeah, Dav.
Yeah, it's just people just trying to when they're very obviously breaking rules, but they're trying to skirt around. I'm not actually doing it. Shut the fuck up, bruv.
Yeah.
What movie has been your best so far? Inception.
So far,
Alright.
Wally.
I don't
What
know.
King, you
best
don't have
best
best
movie
movie.
so far.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of different movies. I'm not sure I have a particular one favorite.
What
Okay.
is your Discord pet peeve? So many questions.
Don't really have a Discord pet peeve.
I would say it's just pinging on replies, but I don't really mind it. But it depends on the person. There's some people that don't fucking ping, but then there are others I don't really care.
Can you not mute those?
I don't.
It's not the
Yeah.
sound; it's just it lights up your fucking Discord like a
Oh,
Christmas
fair
tree.
enough.
And if I'm right there, I'm already talking.
My Discord pet peeve would be those people that are super broke and still try to post gifts and they know they can, so they post a full sized image and it's like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Oh, the people who take the
Yeah.
GIF emote and they copy the link and post that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is annoying. That's annoying.
Tell me that you're poor without telling me that you're poor.
Minus the like whenever people put like crazy fonts for the channel or categories.
Oh yeah, it's so ugly. Looks
So
like shit.
I'm
bad. I
gonna
can
do
say
that.
this because Erza
No,
isn't in the
Spidey,
chat right
Spidey.
now.
We already went over this. Don't do this again. If you had a
Really
chance to go
what?
to the anime world, which one would it be? Pokemon?
Yeah.
Wrong answer.
No,
Bunny
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd go into Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't want to
Bunny
go
Girl
to the Shadow Realm. I'm good.
Konosuba.
Konosuba. So you guys are choosing places where you could actually die.
What's your
Couldn't you die
point?
in like most anime universes outside of
Not
like the rom coms?
He's gonna choose one like My Love Story because that's
Yeah,
basically where we
probably.
already are.
It's
I
apparently the
literally
only one he
said
knows.
Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah.
I answered this.
That's
Oh,
just
okay.
daily life, dude. Unless you're like already like fucking
What
supernatural. At least if you
advice?
went to like fairy tale or something, you'd have a chance to be a mage and do shit.
Why would I want to be a mage with those annoying cunts?
You don't have to be with fairy tale, but in the fairy
I
tale
name
universe.
one guild that isn't annoying. Name one of the guilds that isn't annoying.
Okay, this is a tangent. Anyway, how do you feel about a new Eden anime, Eden Zero? We
It's-
covered it, but it did well.
Exceeds
I
expectations.
like
What
the
advice?
episodes that I saw.
What advice do you give for anime newbies? Watch what you want. Fuck what the people
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try different genres. Every genre. So you get demographics and you get genres. Within the demographics, there is a bunch of genres. Try all of the demographics and try all of the genres. You will find something in each genre that you will like, and then go off of those. Build your own little what you like. Don't ask people what did you think of this, but don't take what they say as fact.
I don't know if they still do these, but we used to do this thing called the 3x3, where it's like your grid of like your 9 favorite anime. Build your own,
We've
basically. Don't have
we've
the
done
same
that.
one as someone else.
We've done something
Or
like that
don't
before.
base yours off as someone else.
Never.
Yeah, I've got one too, but yeah, I don't know if
Never.
people still do them. Is my thing.
Try everything. Give each show at least 3 to 5 episodes to try and hook you. If it's a very longer show, like say Dragon Ball, give it the first arc if you can.
No, don't do that. Just give it 3 episodes. If you don't like the first 3 episodes,
I'll be honest. I don't even think you necessarily need 3 episodes. Just give it just watch the first episode. If you don't like it, you're probably not going to like the rest of it.
No, because a lot of shows will definitely pick up. Or
they 100% pick up. But my thing is, if you don't like episode 1, like
no, but listen, this is someone new. You can say this to someone who's experienced anime because they know the tropes that are going to come along. But someone who's brand new, they're not going to know shit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Maybe if they're like very very new to anime, fair enough.
I mean, if they've never seen
But,
anything in their life, sure. But I'm pretty sure they've seen TV shows and movies.
No, but
So
still, it's still a case of if you're new, you got to give it a fair chance. Because stuff
think
gets
you do
better.
gotta give fair chance. Like, there's no guarantee. Like, I can't think of any anime that I really like that had a bad first episode.
I mean, a lot of people quit Goblin Slayer because there's rape in the first episode.
I haven't seen Goblin Slayer, but
there wasn't even.
What about
rape?
You didn't see it, but it happened, and a lot of people dropped because of that. But if they didn't,
happen. Like, there's an what was that anime with the fucking benches?
And that wasn't even the first episode. That was like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people dropped off for that. But if they carried on watching for at least 3 episodes, they would have seen the shit that comes, how good it gets.
Do you know the anime I'm talking about? The one with the bench?
No.
It's the one where he's not the main character. His best friend is the one everybody loves, and he keeps getting rejected on the bench. You guys know what anime I'm talking about?
Nope.
I have to look this shit up. Fuck off.
While you look that up, if you can go
that's just a weird anime. Like, the first 3 episodes are actually like fucking fantastic. I laughed my ass off, and the rest of the anime is legitimately ass. So if you gave that the 3 episode test, you would be disappointed. It's like, keep your mind open. I gotta look for this shit.
Well, you could go one day without any consequences. What would you do? I'd just steal money.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Just
steal
go
money.
to the bank and steal as much money as I can.
just need money. Just like take your stuff and go.
Did you
I'd
ever try
beat
to
up people.
Fuck it off. And take the money.
well, you get shot because you're in Texas. But good
Bro,
luck
I
with
got
that.
a list. It's like
And also, when he said
Jesus.
consequences, I imagine like legal consequences. If you attack someone, they're going to beat you up, especially if you're smaller than them.
Yeah, tiny person.
Did you ever go trick or treating
I don't
as
know
a
how
child?
big Marissa
Once or
is, but
Yeah.
twice,
like, yeah.
never cared for it.
That's on cosplay. Cosplay solid. I would do it if I had money.
Same.
I don't care for it, but I have done it a couple of times. But again, it is a big
You know
money.
you like the cosplay girls. Why you
Not
love cos-
really.
Oh,
Like
first
a lot
of
of
all,
the
who doesn't
time.
love cosplay girls?
No, a lot of the time when I get sent to go and cosplay, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, nah. Like it looks good, but I don't really care. Like if they're hot, they're hot, but it's the cosplay is not what is exciting me. It's just the fact that there's a hot girl, and 9 times out of 10 you see it in their booty.
What calms you down when they
Orisuke was the anime that I was thinking of, the one with the fucking benches.
what?
What?
Sorry,
Which one?
Orisuke.
Never heard
Check
of
the
it.
wiki. Dude, like it's oh my god, you gotta watch the first 3 episodes. Those are fantastic, but the rest of the anime sucks ass.
If you could choose one anime to come to life, what would it be? Pokemon. If you could change one.
Pokemon would be pretty solid. Yeah.
yeah.
What
If you
calms
did
you down?
one
Sure.
thing about the planet Earth without any repercussions, what would it be?
The cars, destroy the cars. Get
Yeah.
rid of all CO2. Simple as that. Or clean every ocean. Pretty simple.
It's just something to do with
Yeah, just kind of Thanos
making
snap it
Earth
and
not be
just like
shit.
fix everything.
Yeah. What calms you down when things get out of hand?
Wait, or wait. If you could change one thing about planet Earth without any repercussions, would it be? Couldn't we theoretically change the limitation on CO2 such that the Earth can absorb an infinite amount? That way we can keep doing whatever the fuck we want, and the Earth will just keep taking it infinitely and never.
Look,
And
fucking
Now we're
nerd.
just going
Right.
too deep into it, bro.
All right,
fine,
look,
whatever.
fucking nerd.
If you choose,
Go away.
what calms you down when things get out of hand? Music.
Yelling at people.
He's not
Berating
wrong.
them.
YouTube.
He does that.
Berating the living shit out of people. If you do something stupid and I'm annoyed, I will be fucking calling you out, making you feel like a fucking idiot. Just so you
Oh
know
wait,
you're
my trampoline.
so yeah. King, what calms you down?
Yogurt.
Okay.
Someone's been
Like
in a pasta.
flavored yogurt, like a nice blueberry. It's actually really
Okay.
nice. I know it's a silly answer, but it's actually really nice.
Hey, it's a legit answer. Okay, Mercy, you can't answer this one. What is that advice for someone who's young? Do what you want, not what others want you to do.
Don't feel like you have to have everything set in place. Most people who at your age don't have any idea of what they want to do, and even if they do, they're still going to be skeptical. Go with what you think you would enjoy the most. You have your entire life to chop and change as time goes on.
Well, you don't, but
Well, no, you do, but just don't feel like you have to have your entire life planned out.
oh, okay, but yeah. King, do you have anything to add besides those pieces of advice?
I would say just to be open to different things. It doesn't mean like you can't do the same things. It's just like try different things.
Describe yourself in 3 words. I'm the greatest. Simple as that. Dad,
I'm the king.
Understanding, good listener, and lazy.
3
Okay,
words.
that's
4
those 3
words.
words right there.
Understanding. Okay, a listener. I like to listen, and then
Okay,
lazy.
no. Understanding a listener is 3 words already.
Okay, shut
Alright.
the fuck up. You know what I mean.
I would say
Anyways,
understanding, attentive, and whatever your other one
there we
was.
go. Lazy.
Sure.
Stupid ass bitches know how to fucking count. British education, am I right? Marissa, with the Texas education. Let's see if you can count to 3.
Weird, listening, and stupid.
Nice.
Okay.
What would you say to your past self?
You're stupid. Learn to read, you forehead.
I would say get out there more. Because I was
I
really,
would-
really like closed off back then.
Fight your parents harder when they took away your sports for exams.
I would tell my younger self,
Eat healthier.
don't see your father as your hero.
Fair enough. I would also just add something about like eat more vegetables, just for your own sake.
I wouldn't do that to myself.
Well, see, I used to eat healthy, And then my dad cheated on my mom, so I started eating junk food because I basically went through a little depression phase. I would sit on the couch and watch One Tree Hill. I mean, I did gain weight,
Which is
obviously,
like fair. I think obviously that's shitty to deal with, but still, like, eat the vegetable.
and then but I did get stronger in the process, so it worked out. But yeah, if it wasn't for that happening, him cheating on my mom multiple times, I would probably still been healthy. But yeah, can't blame anybody but myself for not. Anyway, Halloween myth. Don't
I don't know any.
I don't know
Halloween
what that
candy. We
is.
Yeah,
already
I don't really
discussed.
have any.
3
Costume.
questions you'd never. That's too many.
Dude, like
Cost-
it's obvious. I would never wear anything that's like stupidly like revealing. Anything with like a mini skirt is just like hell no. I'm not doing that shit.
Are
Jessup
you a
hasn't
fan?
made this year.
Sorry, what?
Never
Are you a
mind.
are you
I
a
didn't
fan
hear
of
what the
horror?
fuck she said.
We've actually covered the rest of these apart from the law. If you celebrate in more than one country, no.
I lived in India. They don't really celebrate it over
Thoughts
there,
on
so no.
pumpkins? When Mexico
Tastes
only
like shit.
celebrates Day of the
Is it
Dead.
really
so-
necessary to carve them? I mean, it's not a bad thing to carve them. It can be fun. It's a good activity to do with your friends.
Never
Epic
done it before.
costume.
We did
We
that
already.
already.
It's a lot of work, though.
What do we do with the extra candy? You
Save it and
donate
eat it over
Eat
time.
it.
Hey, yeah, eat it.
Okay.
Was there any more?
There was
I think there's a
some.
couple more.
Thoughts on the death of the Eden Zero anime director Yuji? It was pretty sad. It's a shame it happened. I don't think it would have a major impact in the future seasons because a lot of the time, future seasons of anime don't always have the same director. There's also not just a director who does a lot of how an anime turns out. A lot of it is also the producers as well as the actual studio, the animation studio itself. Because the director won't always come from an animation studio; it will come from the higher ups.
Yeah.
But
They'll be
there's a lot more
contracted to
than just
do
one
the work
person who
with the
goes into
studio,
it.
get their salary based on that, basically.
Yeah. It's sad, but I don't think we'll have much of an impact.
So we got the next question started from Suga. Marissa already answered the fear. Dev, how do you think the world will end?
I actually genuinely think the world's going to end with the whole idea of global warming just gradually getting worse, like it is. Sea levels rising and so on. As for exactly what's going to cause everything to end, I don't know, but it's just going to be gradual natural disasters getting worse.
Fair. Spidey, what is the best and worst one? Best is obviously my lovely wife. Worst is obviously the heart attack. King, how did you celebrate your first Halloween? He had a massive orgy with drugs and alcohol everywhere.
And he wore a happy
Bruh, my
costume.
first Halloween?
And he wore a
He
happy
showed us,
costume.
and he also showed us the what was it? The Bud Light.
Oh, yeah, the
right?
Bud Light, yep.
Yeah.
That wasn't
so-
Halloween.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
We
okay.
answered for him.
Or
Which
whatever.
genre do you
My
like
first
more?
Halloween. Shut up. My first Halloween as a kid was probably the stuff that I did in school. Like first grade, I went as like Darth Vader. It was pretty chill, and that was my first Halloween. I went out briefly that night. Yeah, it was not a bad Halloween event.
Notice how he said his first Halloween in school, not his first Halloween overall. Anyway,
But
which
I didn't
genre
really
do
do
you
it at
like?
home because, like, obviously my parents didn't really understand Halloween before I started going to school because obviously it's not a thing where they're from.
Fair. Which genre do you like more in manga and light novel? Rom-com or murder mystery?
Rom-com.
I'm
It's mainly
not gonna
what I
lie to
usually read.
Go ahead, King.
It's tough though because I don't particularly like either, but I probably enjoy the rom-coms more. But they all end basically the same way. There's never like it's very rare that they get like deep into the romance.
I'm telling
Definitely
you,
murder mystery.
read my love story. It gets deeper into the romance.
Okay,
It's very
I'm gonna ask you for a spoiler, Spidey. So if anyone doesn't want a spoiler, just skip
within
ahead
the
30
first three
seconds.
episodes. Within the first 3 episodes.
I'm gonna ask you a question here. Do they have sex?
Dude, they're kids. What's wrong with you?
I don't know how old they are. I've never read
They're
it.
kids.
I don't know that.
And your first
So-
question is, did they bang? Are you
I
kidding me,
didn't
sir?
fucking.
I
know they were
read
kids,
it. I read
asshat.
a rom-com very recently. I finished it just the other day called "I Got You." You got me, senpai. They do have sex in it.
Okay.
They do wait until they are older, but they do. Sex does go into it. It's actually
That was
very
gonna be like a
realistic.
follow-up. All right, fine. But this is 30 seconds in, so it's just get to the next
All you,
question.
all you need to know is that within the first 3 episodes, they get together. and then there's still like 80 plus chapters to go for
Okay.
their romance to develop and grow. It's really well done, and this is one of the few characters I truly believe should and deserves a harem, as in he could have every fucking girl ever, because that's how amazing this main character is. Um, but yeah, I've never read any good murder mystery manga or light novel, so I would say manga. I'm not answering that question because all those series are trash. Whatever your name is, Masuya. I got the references, but they're trash. What got you into anime or manga? Which came first? Whichever came first, Marissa. Did you watch anime or read manga first?
Anime.
Dev,
Anime.
King,
Same.
and they said same. Do we have any
Yeah,
more?
because like you're gonna watch TV before you learn how to read, and there's gonna be a little anime on TV. That's basically it.
If you get a time machine, what is that one time you'll go to? I want to go to the time of Babylonia, basically, back before there was a very first civilization. I want to see what happened. I want to see what's what.
Yes.
I would
have a
go to the future and see shit from there.
I have a boring answer. There was I think in the early 90s they killed the electric car in the United States because they wanted to build a Hummer instead, which is basically like a fucking
Oh yeah.
super. So I would go to that time period, and they didn't say we can't change time, so I would change the course of history and make it where the electric car is actually succeeding, and maybe that would help us now. So yeah, very boring answer.
Cool.
And my answer still stays the same, even if it's a one-way trip, because sucker, I'm still there, and I could just go talk to myself and be like, "Yo, invest in this shit right now, real quick, boy, real quick, boy."
There's another
But
question in his set I would like to answer that Dav didn't give a reaction to. It's called if you were ever banished to hell, what will your first reaction be? So I don't know if you guys have done this, but on the Fairytale Wiki, like 2013ish, we found this test based on the Inferno poems by Dante, and it
Yeah, I'm
basically is
reading
like
that
you.
right now.
Okay, yeah, there you go. But like this, so this quiz is based on those poems, and it's like based on your answers to the poem, it'll tell you like which particular circle of hell you would go to. And I was actually really happy because both me and like my closest friends on the wiki were all basically sentenced to the sixth circle of hell. So my
Mm.
first reaction would be, yeah, this is about where I need to be, and I've got the company I want. So I mean, I guess if we die twice, we blink out of existence or whatever. So I accept that.
so is it the further away from the circle, the less consequential the punishment is, or is it the closer you are?
No,
Wait,
the
I'm sorry,
deeper
what?
you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah, the deeper, the further, the higher your circle number, the worse it gets. So like, first circle is basically like the least bad, but it's still pretty bad. Like
So
if
it's nine,
I don't
right?
remember the details. I remember second circle was like a circle of like lust or something, and that's where like famous characters like Helen of Troy or whatever would be. The wind is constantly blowing, and it hurts you. Sixth circle, sorry, the ninth circle is for like traitors and murders and stuff, and this is where Brutus, Cassius, and Judas Iscariot are, where they're tortured by Cerberus. And so, like, there's a lot of space between those two, right? So it's like it depends on what your particular crime is. Was your crime like gluttony, greed, heresy, you know, treachery, whatever?
Okay. I am in control. Yeah, I don't care if you're living in a simulation. What will you do with that knowledge? I wouldn't do shit. Just
The
live.
rest of the questions are air.
Yeah. Well, I
What's the
mean,
most
what was the most
drunken?
drunken you've ever been, and what did you do? I have a story I could tell.
Go for it.
Go ahead. I don't have one.
Well, I should be clear. I have multiple stories I could tell. I'll tell you guys like the most recent one though. It's probably the most stupid one, and also marginally relevant because you guys were on my Snapchat, but you didn't get it.
Oh, with the
I
Bud Light
got
and the
really
Coke and the man. Got it.
what?
Exactly. Continue.
Okay, shut up. I got a couple of weeks ago. I was in Toronto. I got really fucking drunk. And I was out at a club, and I stayed there. It was like an underground place that's not technically legal, as far as I know, unless I'm mistaken. And I stayed out really fucking late. I did not get home until like, and when I say home, I mean to the Airbnb that my friend was staying at. and at 7 a.m. I was like fucked, and I couldn't do anything more. They threw me out of the club and told my friend to like get me home. So I got myself an Uber. Like he put it into my phone, and the Uber picked me up and took me to the place, and I went in and just like slept. And then the next morning I wake up and I have like a couple of snap responses, and I didn't even know what the fuck was happening, but like a couple people were messaging me back saying like, thanks man, I love you too and shit. And I messaged them back, be like, what the fuck did I send you last night? And then they tell me, and actually one girl sends me the actual, she took a screenshot of my snap, and it's just like really drunk, like it's a black image but with the text on it. So apparently I was still like sober enough to text, and I sent her a message, and apparently multiple other people a message reading, I'm exceptionally drunk, but I just have to tell you that I love you dearly as a friend, and I hope you'll always be with me among various other really dewy things. And apparently and a couple of these were my fairy tale wiki friends, so
Yo, I did
they
the
all
same
started
thing.
talking about this later on and joking about stuff.
And that's not gonna lie
It
to
was
you, that's
pretty.
kind of depressing. Kind
I
of
know.
horribly depressing, if that makes sense.
It's
Um,
depressing in that like I haven't said this. I always say this shit when I'm drunk. I need to be more appreciative of the people in my life.
Most drunk I've ever been, I was drunk for 5 days in
This
Portugal.
probably isn't the most drunk I've ever been, but it was just like the most recent heavy drinking. I've had a couple others where I've like wandered into people's houses drunk and other stuff like that, which is not a great idea. Please don't do that. But yeah, sorry, Dav, go on.
But yeah, my whole trip in Portugal, apart from 2 days, so we were there for 5 days of it, I was drunk. And to this day, and I was 18 at this time, so this was a good 7 years ago. Me and my friends still to this day, when we meet up, someone will remember a piece of the puzzle, and we're still putting together the days. We still don't remember the entire holiday. So yeah, it's very
What
fun.
about you?
But yeah,
I don't drink. Marissa, do you have a story?
I
Being
hope not.
drunk?
Fucking hope not.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm never gonna drink. Like ever.
that's a good answer. You'll be like me. Why do you want to rule the world? Because clearly I could bring you a better tomorrow. It's the obvious answer. Get it together. Um, all the members of the podcast are making a movie. Marissa's the main character. King is the villain because he's basically masked. Who would be the one everybody
I
likes?
don't think
Dav.
that's true.
Who would be the one that everyone hates? Me, clearly. Would you rather live long enough? I mean, do you guys agree with that storyline? Or
Yeah.
King,
Would I be the main villain?
I
you
could say
get
Spidey as the main villain.
Yeah, I
you
feel
get
like Spidey's closer to the villain than I am. I feel like I'm just the guy on this. I'm just a side character, to be honest.
so you
But I
rather
would.
be the most hated than the villain? Because villains are universally loved. Look at Loki.
It depends on the villain, though.
Now most of them are liked.
It depends on the villain.
Even
Yeah, but
Michael Myers.
most of them aren't hated.
Yeah,
Majority of
you're
villains
gonna
are
be
not
Okay,
hated.
but people. Think about this. People hate Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
that's understandable though. It's
It's not
Joffrey,
about being understandable. It's villains are hated or loved. They can be both.
but
Yeah, but
he's
it
not
Depends
the
depends
on
on
how
what
you
you
villain.
do
are.
as a villain.
He's not the villain.
Exactly.
Cersei's the villain.
I mean,
Cersei's
if
the
you
villain.
go start pillaging and beating up and raping people, then you're going to be hated. But if you're just going to be that guy who's like, I want to take over the
And
world.
and
Yeah,
notice the
it
question says
depends.
that the question says who is the most liked and who's the most hated. Obviously, that means that the villain is not the most hated. So you want to be the villain or the one that's the most hated?
Well, I assumed that this was 4 different characters.
So it is,
Exactly.
but if
For,
there's someone who's
for
already hated, then the villain can't be the most hated.
exactly.
Yeah.
So pick one. Do you want to be the villain or the most hated?
I don't feel like I would be either, but I'll choose the villain.
There you go. So I was right. Thank you. You wasted our time with this. Good job. Good job. I'm just busting your chops. All right, guys. Would you live long enough to watch the world collapse, or and everyone you love die, or lose limbs for 3 years and die?
Would you
I'll
rather
take
live
it.
long enough to watch the world? Okay, so this is basically the question of would you want to be immortal or not? I would not mind being immortal. Now, obviously, there's the whole you watch your people around you die and so, but immortality to me sounds great. It sounds actually because if you just do stuff with it. But if all you're gonna do is have a family and then watch them die, then obviously it's gonna be depressing.
Read Yona.
Read Yoda.
You'll
Yeah.
change your mind.
Okay.
Immortality sounds great.
If you ruled the world, what would your first order be? Oh, sir.
Oh, that's a good question. Have Spidey arrested, obviously.
Put Spidey in a room and lock him there so he doesn't start his mission.
Yes.
My 5-phase plan.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, have Spidey arrested. Make it a law that Dav is only allowed to eat chicken and
I
rice once a week.
I mean, I do
no.
that anyway, so.
It's
But
your
you're only
first
allowed to have
order.
it once a week. But
Yeah, so it's either I get arrested or Dad could only eat rice and chicken once a week.
oh, well, my first. Oh, sorry. I thought it was just a. No, okay. If it has to be one or the other, I would arrest Spider-Man.
You son of a like Dad.
Come back to me.
Marissa,
Free candy.
free candy.
Okay, it's not bad.
Messed everywhere is proud. My first order would be relocating individuals to certain areas.
Fuck's sake.
That is my answer. Perfectly balanced as all things would be.
Is it balanced though?
It would be balanced with my world. My
Alright, whatever.
world's 5-phase plan. Dev?
I don't know if this counts as an answer, but I would put a focus in trying to just fix the schooling system.
Of course, you gave us
Okay.
the fucking boomer answer. God, no, I'm just kidding. That's actually a good answer, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's not what they wanted. Drunk thoughts, you guys already said. What is the weirdest thing someone has done? Oh, I thought in general, in real
That you
life.
needed to ban them for. Oh, so like on
So
server. I don't know.
because in real life, when I was working at a fast food restaurant, some guy and his girlfriend were like, I was charging them, and we used to have this burrito item, and I gave it to them, and then the girl looked at me, and then she whispered something to her boyfriend, and then the boyfriend was like, "You want to have a threesome with us?" I was like, "Wait, what?" So that was the
What?
weirdest. Yeah, that was weird. I was like,
Were
"Sir,
they
I will not."
serious?
No, they were serious. They were 100% serious.
What the
Um,
fuck?
I was confused. So I was like, yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd be flattered by that or weirded out. That's just weird.
Well,
It
she
is
was
weird,
pretty,
but
so
like
I was flattered.
okay,
But I
fair
was like,
enough. Yeah, no,
but I was
that
like,
was good.
I don't
I
care.
should have asked that question first. Like, what did she look like, and actually, what did he look like too? If you're gonna get involved.
I mean, he looked normal and she looked pretty, so I was like,
Okay, yeah, it's acceptable, I guess, if you're into that.
but I was like, I don't share, so no.
Fair.
And they were like, well, if you ever change your mind, here's my number. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Wait, she fucking wrote down her number for you?
Yes, on a napkin.
Damn.
I was confused.
Then he used a napkin to wipe up after he's eaten, and then he lost the number. Feels bad, man.
No, I just threw it away because I was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't share. I do not share.
That's reasonable.
I don't know. You guys want to give a weird story or weird thing that you
Weirdest
banned?
thing someone has done.
There was
I
that
don't
guy
know.
for some reason. I don't know why, but he decided to non-stop ping me in another server where I'm friends with the mods to say, haha, you can't, because I'm not a mod then. They're like, haha, you can't ban me here. I was like, okay, so you're just harassing
Oh
me.
yeah.
So we just banned him here. And he's like, that's not fair. Don't harass people. Don't be an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's probably the weirdest thing because it was just so stupid.
The weirdest thing for me, well, here's the thing. It didn't happen to me, but it happened around me, and I had to like talk with the other mods to discuss what to do. There was back in the Fairy Tale wiki, it was like early mid 2014. There was this girl who came to one of our other mods and was like talking to him, and he didn't believe her about something, and somehow it came to the conversation that he didn't believe that she was actually female. And then she DM'd him saying like she can prove to him that she's female, and then he messages me being like, "Yo, this like creeper is like threatens to like send me pictures of and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Okay, you need to screenshot this shit and send it to me, because like I was like a more experienced mod at the time, but like I never dealt with something this weird. So it's like, and plus it's like it's a PM, so like it's not visible to everybody. It's like he could just block her, but it's like, well, if she's doing this to him, who the fuck else is she doing this to, right? So we just talked about that. We blocked this girl and we sent the screenshot to one of the admins just as like a heads up. And then on the wiki, we also had this thing called the shame chat, where it's like we take screenshots of stupid shit people have said or done, and then we just like post it there. So yeah, we posted that there, being like, his adventure or something to that effect. So we have a lot of those. Like I'm gonna let Marissa answer a story, but I'll read out some old funny chat logs that I have after I find them. But Marissa, go on.
I'm usually the one doing weird stuff, so
She's
I don't have a
She
lot.
just hasn't been banned yet.
Yeah.
favoritism. God.
Zombie apocalypse with a member of the server. We've answered those kind of things before.
Goose, because he really loves guns. So I
Funny
feel
as
like
Halloween
Guns
story.
are fun.
you are in Texas, so that's like required to be said at birth.
There's quite a funny question actually.
Which
Spider-Man, what were your thoughts when you first met Dav and vice versa?
I didn't think anything of you. Then you said fairy law, and I was like, this guy's a fucking
Fucked up.
idiot.
I think I was on the first day as well.
I was like, what the fuck's this idiot doing? And then I think
Actually
I DM'd
stupid.
you. Then I DM'd you. I was like, the fuck you want? And
Uh,
you're like, oh my bad. And I was like, yeah, it is your fucking bad. You fuck. And then yeah,
yeah,
but
it
yeah,
was.
I don't think much of people because I don't care enough about you guys
Love you too.
individually. As a unit, I have to care for you, so there's that. But like,
My first thoughts when I first met him was, "Fuck, this guy, fucking oh shit," because I'd fucked up. But then, like a few days later, yeah. And I think Sword and Shield had just come out as well, if I remember correctly. So we'll talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. So,
yeah,
yeah.
A question for you, Spidey.
yes.
What were your first thoughts when you saw like us like apply for mod?
I told him to apply because Air was doing the applications, and I just told I told Dav that there was some incidents with Dav that had happened, and I was like, I basically gave him the green light. I was like, just apply, trust me, just apply. He applied, and then Air was the one who chose Dav and Gone. I didn't choose the staff there.
I think you chose me, Gon, Eco, and
No, that was all Air. That was all Air.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that was the three that all three of us got promoted at the same time.
Oh yeah. And then when I think I told you to apply because I think
Yeah, you
you
did.
were the one who didn't apply, Marissa.
I did apply, it just didn't go through.
Sure you did. Sure you did. So I gave you extra time to apply.
Okay, I found a good one. So there are three people in the chat at the time. We'll call them Guy A, Guy 1, Guy 1, Guy 2, and Guy 3. So Guy 1 enters the chat asking, like, hey, what's everyone up to? Guy 2 says, sucking. And Guy 1 asks, oh, is Guy 3 enjoying it? Guy 2 says, I'm not sucking him. And Guy 3 says, no.
Fucking
So you guys were all into sucking on the wiki, got it?
Oh, I wasn't there. They showed me the screenshot later.
See, that's what King wants you to believe. But in reality, he was
Oh,
he was
Kinda
guy,
like
he was guy too.
kind of like the Bud Light where he's like, I didn't drink it, but it was there.
I didn't drink it. I still have those cans. Eat my.
There's one last question. King is aimed at you. Would you rather save a train full of people, but one person gets run over, or would you save that one person as the guy who has a cure to end all cancer?
I refuse to let arithmetic decide my answer to questions like that.
So I flip a coin. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
I'll just whatever the train is already set to go. Let's go in that route, fam. I'm letting fate take me.
Actually, there's a third answer. You just drive it straight down the middle of either track, and
I
you kill
thought we
yourself
weren't.
and everybody.
I thought we
Ah,
weren't driving the train. We were just changing the direction of the train.
Yeah, we're not actually driving. We're not driving it. We're just changing
it
direction.
Does it specify that we're not changing? We're not driving.
But that's how that thing
That's how
usually
that.
goes.
Yeah.
It is that you are just on it and it is going, and you
Yeah,
can
it's like
choose to
you're
go
the
left or
controller.
right.
You have access to like switch the tracks or whatever. Generally, that's how that.
I've
steering
always said
goes.
I'll just let it go. I don't know what track is already taken, and whichever one is taken, that's the answer. Because obviously that's what God willed.
Yeah. That fuck it. Flip a coin.
Somebody answered that a cure to all cancer is biologically impossible. That you have to tailor it to specific types of cancer, which I believe to be true at the moment. So I'm also
Yeah,
gonna
that guy's
just
a fucking
add that
nerd.
on.
So
I
yeah.
don't know if that's true, but like I don't know.
So yeah, I think that's all the
So-
questions.
And Marissa, before they rudely interrupted, my first thought when you applied was about fucking time she applied after I waited like an hour.
Hour.
We were
She
in the
applied-
middle of playing Among Us, so like,
Yeah, we were playing Among Us, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't apply because I didn't." You said something like, "I don't think I'd get it," and I was like, "Oh, you fucking." And then I was like, "Just apply. Here's the link." I told the mods, "Oh, Marissa's gonna apply. She just said she couldn't submit it or something," and you applied, and and obviously got the position. That was you, Monty, and who was the third one?
happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's another funny screenshot I've took. So I did take the screenshot and I was there, but I manipulated I manipulated exactly what I took to make it look out of context. So basically, this guy told a girl, "Shut the fuck up," and STFU like get back in the room, and I'll make sure you can't walk for a few days. And another
Bruh.
guy gave a WTF kind of emoji reaction, and the other guy followed up with just spread your legs and gave like the perv emoticon. But I only took those three things, so you couldn't actually see that he was talking to a girl. It looked like he was talking to the other dude. And then I posted it on like a blog at the time, and everybody started laughing. And this dude got so mad at me. He was like, he maximized his font size and was like, "That was taken out of context. I was talking to her," and everyone was like, "Yeah, sure you were, buddy."
You lot are horny, bruv.
Sorry,
Shake
what?
my head. You lot are horny, fam.
Oh yeah, no, we 100% were. No argument there. Like when we were doing the original Fairy Tale Wiki podcast, we were talking about the fan service all the time, and that was at the time when chapter 339 came out. And for those who don't know, because you might not have been there at the time, 339 was a big deal, not because of the content of the chapter, because the content of the chapter was not very good, but because the cover was fantastic, because it was all the non-fairy tale girls at the beach, and we saw like, holy shit, Kagura is fucking thick. Like, damn.
She is pretty thick.
Exactly. We didn't even know that at the time. But everyone was like, holy shit. Like, up to this point, I don't know if this was a fairy tale fandom wide thing, but this was certainly a wiki thing. Everyone was always like, like, I love Urza's body, I love Lucy's body, or Jenny, or Mira Jane, or Kana, or whoever else. But then for like a little while, everyone was all up on Kagura's business. It's pretty crazy. And I have a couple other random funny screenshots. One was basically our head admin was getting really pissed off with some annoying user, and he basically said in chat when the other guy was there that he was going to write something really fucked up on his user page, because admins had the ability to edit other people's user page. He was going to put something really fucked up on his user page and then lie and say that it was an April Fool's joke. And just in case he actually went and did it, I took a screenshot just to be like, haha, gotcha. And it would be a nice little thing. Oh, and here's another one. So there was this guy, he was from like the Dragon Ball Z wiki, but he kept coming over to our chat. We didn't necessarily like him a lot, but he was useful from time to time in terms of like sussing out sock puppets and stuff, so we kept him around. And he was getting messed around with another dude and told him, "Don't play with my hair," in like a stupid RP. And the other dude jizzed in a pile of popcorn, like in the RP style. And then the Dragon Ball Z wiki dude ate the popcorn, and everyone was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Why are you eating the fucking popcorn? That's obviously fucking roleplay." But it's like, what's going on here? Like,
You
what's
lot are
wrong?
cracked, fam.
I know.
You lot are
But yeah,
cracked.
like I'll be honest. This is part of the reason why I wanted to do like a fun podcast with random discussions and stuff, because this was always like a really fun. Thank you, Spidey, for posting the
Look, if you want to eat the popcorn, you can. I don't think any of us will.
Anyways, yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this whole thing, because like I just remembered a lot of the stuff I've done. Work has been very difficult the last couple of weeks, and it's just because of the time of year, sales, and all that stuff. So I just needed ways to like.
Wait, hold on. Is Sharia naked in that picture?
I was literally about to say, why is
What?
the young child naked?
Who's naked?
Sharia, she's literally naked in it.
Holy
She's got
fuck!
no-
I didn't even notice that.
She's got no bikini on or anything.
Jesus, I didn't
Come on,
notice that.
Mashima,
How
shake
have I
my
not
hand.
noticed that? I mean, maybe this goes to his whole like fucking pedophile jokes. Like he's not doing it for sex appeal. He's doing it because he thinks it's funny, but it's not fucking funny.
Okay, I don't know if which one's real or not because there's another version now. Hold on, let me
Actually,
post
yeah.
it.
Like I don't remember her being naked. Like maybe that's an edited version that you posted.
No, because I got that from the wiki shit.
Oh, did you?
Fucking hell, the wiki is horny, bruv.
I
No
found
argument there. But I'm gonna double check because I really didn't remember that part.
I found this one on Google.
That one seems more
That
real.
one feels more legit.
I don't know what the wiki's on, but
Okay, I'm gonna double check.
What
I'm
chapter
gonna
was this?
Damn,
339.
Dab is interested in the picture. Fucking guy.
No, because I'm gonna
No,
look.
that's a legitimate
What was it
question.
328? You said or something.
No,
329.
339.
339.
39.
339.
Hey, what the fuck? The wiki's cover has her in a bikini.
No,
I literally Googled wiki 339 and it showed me
that's
the
from
first one.
the
I mean-
official release.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, I
So
mean,
she-
like,
she
has
I'm on the
got
wiki
a
page
bikini.
right now. It has her in a bikini, so I mean that's better than.
He quickly edited it.
Dude, fuck off! I can't photo edit.
I mean, you could copy paste though. So
Not that fast, and not for fucking photo imagery. I'm not. How am I gonna fucking paste a bikini on that?
It's getting pretty defensive, if you ask me.
Shut up.
I mean, he really is. He really is.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So
think
we had a
that's-
lot of. Shut up, Spidey. We had a lot of questions about this kind of stuff.
I was about to say we're about to wrap it up because we have no listeners now.
Did we? Oh wait, did everyone dip? Oh, we
They
have
just
one
Yeah.
right now.
listener. I don't know who the fuck he is, but whoever the
I think
last
that's
listener is,
Craig.
shout out to you.
No, Power is Craig. Is basically Craig.
No, Craig's one of the he's one of the
So-
recorders.
Evil
Yeah.
Craig is one of the
Well,
recorders.
sorry, Evil Craig.
Yeah, then
So-
the other
so
one-
the regular Craig is listening to us then.
Was Power, but yeah. The regular
Power?
Craig didn't want to work.
Yeah, so we should wrap it up.
Yeah. So, yeah,
we
thank
did
you.
have a lot of people, so
Yeah, we
yeah.
got I think we hit 10 at some point, didn't we?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
we got a
fluctuated.
good amount. I know we're gonna get a lot more views on Reddit because it'll just be easier. On YouTube because it'll be easier for them just to listen.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's
And-
like what I was saying earlier about work. Just like put it in the background at the end of the day while you're tidying up and stuff, and you're good. It's a nice little way to pass the time and have a little bit of entertainment. And at the moment, I think a lot of us can use that, especially because things are just ramping up. School is going to ramp up for people who are in school. Work will ramp up for people who are working. So I think it's understandable, but I do hope that everybody was able to enjoy this little 3-hour, podcast. I certainly enjoyed it. I think next time we'll do it a little bit differently, and maybe even I think we should also one day make a podcast where we ask each other questions because I feel like since we know each other pretty well now, we could actually make something really entertaining like that.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
can
a
do that.
thought.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
for
like it.
Christmas.
I'm not gonna be here for Christmas. Don't expect me to record for Christmas.
I
What
won't be here for
happens on
Christmas,
Christmas?
or I won't be here
I'm
for
leaving.
Christmas or New Year's. So
You're
Yeah.
leaving the country?
I'm
I'm
a bit drunk
leaving
as
my.
shit.
I'm gonna be leaving the state.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. That's fine.
We
Yeah,
could record one before. I leave on the 17th. I mean, we could talk about this afterward. Just
Yeah,
say
yeah.
your goodbye.
We'll hand it off. Marissa, you want to say anything?
Not really. It was fun.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear.
All right,
Starting to shut down.
All right, cool. I
Okay,
don't know
your
how to
outro.
go for it, King. I'm
Just
gonna
a
go make
heads up.
food.
I don't know how to end the recording of the Evil
I got it,
Greg,
don't worry.
so I'm just gonna leave that to you guys. But thank you everybody for listening to our 3-hour podcast. We do hope that you had a good time, and thank you to everybody who sent in questions, even the questions that kind of stunk. We don't mind, and we do appreciate the effort you guys put in. This will obviously be on YouTube for when it's, when it is ready. So until then, just continue hanging out in the server, having fun, be nice to people. Happy Halloween. We hope you will all be, safe and don't take candy from,
Little
people who
kids.
don't look like they should be handing out candy, among other things. And yeah, in general, we hope you guys have a fantastic day. Good luck with the month of November, whatever else you might be doing. And yeah, that's all from me.
Read Fryran.
Watch Goblin Slayer.
Okay, so is the recording done?